SQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Don.
I was fighting with obesity. I wore...
You were losing.
Hahn.
John, Peter, thank you. Alan, I hope you make the team.
And Rosenberg.
Richard, have you ever heard of Brazzers?
No.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, goodness gracious. It's 3:01.
It's also
in
Thursday
the big city.
already.
It's Thursday, for God's sake. A week from Thanksgiving, guys.
Feeling it?
That's
Feeling
crazy.
It, right? Feeling it?
Yeah.
Don, being away, Don, especially being in warm weather, you probably aren't feeling the season right now.
No.
Right?
Right, because when you're on the road, there's so many things that distract you from everyday life.
Oh,
right?
I bet.
And you're preparing for the show, and they got games to prepare for.
Right, you do.
So when Peter said I'm a week away from Thanksgiving, I'm getting no sense of that.
Nothing?
Because
Wait. Not even the hotels have, because most of the hotels always decorate extravagantly. Really?
Nothing.
Not a tree? I was in a hotel last weekend. The tree was up and the lighting and everything else. They didn't have
I've been in since last Saturday, because I was in D.C. on Saturday, and Tampa, and now in Fort Lauderdale. So that's 3 hotels in the last 5 days. Nothing.
That's
now
hard to believe.
But no, I'm good with that, because you know what? You shouldn't be decorating until after Thanksgiving. This idea that after Halloween now it's the holiday season, that's garbage, okay? Stop it. I'm as festive as the next guy, but you know what? If I got to celebrate it for 2 months, then what are we doing? Come on.
I got to tell you, I've turned on this subject completely.
2 months?
Hear me out for a second, Don.
Let's hear it.
I used to be where you were. I was very anti. And now, as someone who really enjoys the holiday season, I believe that the window between Thanksgiving and Christmas is too short.
Agree.
I don't think you're getting enough time there.
Thank you.
If you enjoy the holiday season, because you blinked on, we do the whole Thanksgiving business. We come back, it's December.
See?
You got a couple weeks, you go to holiday, it's over.
He
It's
gets
okay.
it.
Sad.
He gets it. Put the tree up now.
Thank
Get
you.
the lights up now. Be festive. Be happy. It's the only time of year we're allowed to actually be happy. Be nice to each other for once.
I know, but it just, I think it's too much. Now, you make a good point that maybe Thanksgiving is too late, but right after Halloween, I mean, there's 3 weeks, almost a month.
True.
Right, separating Halloween
Well, I'm not
to
saying
Thanksgiving,
November
right?
1st.
Right, well, I remember growing up as a kid.
All right.
I remember really paying attention to the dates. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, one time, they aired it December 1st, and I'm like, December 1st? It's way too early.
I love
now,
that you
as
remember
a kid, that's still, listen, when you're talking as a kid, a month is a long, long time, and then as you get older, a month is a blink of an eye. But we got to find some sort of a happy medium. Can we all agree that Halloween is too early?
Halloween.
We at least agree on that.
Yes, I think November 1 is a bit much.
Oh, starting this? No, you shouldn't. But
Although this year it fell on a weekend, so I guarantee you right now, if we were to ask the people, 1-800-919-3776, throughout the day, I guarantee we will have people who will tell you their wives made them start decorating Halloween weekend because it fell on what, a Friday?
Did you say this year Halloween fell on a weekend?
Yeah. And so if you and Ghetto Boys were trick-or-treating.
There you go.
And after you robbed the kids for bags, you went home and you put up the Christmas tree. That I guarantee you, Don, there are people listening who because I know Cass won on the morning show. His wife Sonia had him in the attic November 1st, taking it all down.
So what you're acknowledging though is that Thanksgiving really doesn't exist.
Not from a decoration standpoint.
I think Thanksgiving is the new Christmas Eve, just a month earlier.
Oh, but listen,
because that's when you really. That's when you're knee deep. See, I think you just get your toes down around this week, and then next week you're now you're knee deep for a month.
Here, I just think the day after Thanksgiving is perfect, because what do they call the Friday after Thanksgiving?
It's Black Friday.
Why? Because people start Christmas shopping, and that's where all the sales are, right? What is the big feature at the end of the Thanksgiving Day parade? What is the big thing
Santa.
at the end of the parade? Introducing Santa. It is just the tradition of let's enjoy Thanksgiving, and then once Thanksgiving is wrapped up, then we can usher in the Christmas holiday. So I am going to stick to that. I want to respect Thanksgiving as its own separate holiday, and then have at it the Friday after. We've got football on that Friday now. Basketball and hockey always play. I got a Devils Sabre game at 4 o'clock on that Friday. It just feels like, listen, teach their own, right? I'm just saying. I've got a game at 4 o'clock, which tells me that's a holiday. The day after Thanksgiving is a holiday.
It is.
Kids are off from school.
Sure.
All right.
Of course
There
it
are
is.
games in the afternoon. There's football being played. It just seems like Black Friday is the perfect day to say this is when the holiday starts. And then that weekend, you can put up all the decorations and all that. So I'm going to stick to the Friday after Thanksgiving, the official beginning of the holiday season, not any time before that, for me.
All right.
I think you're right as far as it being official start of the season. I like the time we're in right now as like the little previews of the remix, if you will. Like just a little warm it up, get us ready.
Yeah.
That's all. And then the music, I don't need the music pre-Thanksgiving. I will tell you, though, I do enjoy some Christmas music on Thanksgiving.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like to me, Thanksgiving's the beginning of Christmas season. So
That's
Isn't that what I was saying?
Because
that's what I was
holiday
suggesting.
season.
What this is right now is wherein you get into the theater, and they're showing you all of the previews of
trailers,
the trailers of other movies, and that's kind of what this week feels like. Next week feels like, all right, now some of the trailers are getting a little bit longer because those are the ones that are coming out soon, and they have to do it the same genre of the movie you're about to watch. Now you're really getting into it.
Right.
And then after Thanksgiving is over,
it's movie time.
We're all in. Movie's ready to go. Lights
time.
come down, and it's movie time. So decorations
As
to
opposed to
me, but what was that again?
I'll find it.
But to me, the decorations thing though, kind of go hand in hand. No, it goes hand in hand because
it's too obnoxious, man.
Well, what are you going to have separate stuff for Thanksgiving?
No,
you host for Thanksgiving, I don't know. We got boxes of stuff.
No, because
and I can't have this stuff out just for 1 week,
You've
and then I got to put
to
it back
make
again.
it work. And I'm telling you, because since I've had the kids, we decorate. Okay, so we decorate for Halloween. And if you take a look at the Halloween decorations,
it's fall.
They're very similar. They're very, very fall-like.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This is what happens. The elves,
How you like them apples, buddy?
The elves heard. Cut them. That's it.
But yeah, we lost him.
Get him out.
Don's dead. His heart exploded while he was trying to shovel the snow.
So the Grinch, his heart grew 3 sizes larger.
Exactly. Now,
he just couldn't handle it.
Here's Steve in the car, by the way. Steve in the car says, what they wrote here on the call screener, Steve, is it says Merry Thanksgiving. Is that really a thing you say?
That is a tremendous description. I'll be quick, guys, and I'm not trolling. I'm a retired business editor, and our trade paper covered retail, electronics retail.
Yep.
Black Friday, the whole thing. It was our busiest season leading up to January. A guy with the Detroit Free Press about 15 years ago, a cartoonist, wrote did a drawing with a sign on a building saying "Merry Thanksgiving," and all the decorations were pumpkins, the Thanksgiving people, a jack-o'-lantern, Santa Claus, all that stuff. And it was a small sign in the window saying, starting September 1st and ending January 1st. So one of my colleagues picked it up and he gave it to me, and I did a blog about it.
Okay.
And it took off. It's not my idea, but it's Merry Thanksgiving. We always used to host Thanksgiving dinner for 30 people. I put the drawing out. My wife went crazy. She said, it's too early. You can't do that, blah, blah, blah. The next year, her and her brother designed something that we still have on the wall. They took one of those things for happy birthdays, and it was Merry Christmas. You took the Merry from the Merry Christmas sign that you'd always have, with the paper goods. And then they took Howell.
It's a lot.
I feel so bad doing it to people.
He's a
I started
nice man.
looking at Alan about 20 seconds ago.
He's a nice man.
And I love Steve. He's a good man.
No,
we'll give you the first. You got a minute.
This.
You got 60 seconds straight.
He was very excited about this, and that's why it feels bad to do that. But I think a lot of the audience was like, okay, we get it.
Yeah, I usually when I find that I'm not paying attention anymore, I need to realize that I'm the one. I'm steering the ship. I'm now staring off into space as we crash into another ship. that's a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Steve.
I just
I'm sorry.
looked up Merry Thanksgiving Ween to see if I could find his blog. It does not come up.
Did you type in Steve next to it?
I did not. I should try that now.
Yeah, maybe it pops up now.
Steve.
Happy Thanksgiving, Steve.
Oh, it's Thanksgiving?
Yes, Thanksgiving. Emily.
Hello.
Hi, Emily. What do you
Greetings
got for us?
And happy holidays.
You too.
First of all, let me say this. Anyone who leaves any Halloween decor up after November 1st needs to be exiled.
Wow,
If
strong.
I see a hanging ghost, a skeleton, jack-o'-lantern,
Hey, Emily gets it.
you got to go.
Emily gets it.
You got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get
Halloween
it,
is like
okay?
for 2 days. You get 2 days, and that's it. We're done.
It's for 2 days, and quite frankly, most of it's tacky.
It's the warm-up.
Oh, no, I will say, let me just, Emily, I'm going to let you go. Let me just say this about the Halloween. People go overboard for sure, but I do enjoy just October being like spooky season. I enjoy the spooky season of October.
Yeah.
I'm a horror guy, so like I enjoy a bit. But I hear what you're saying. It gets very depressing to see like witches on like November 5th.
I want to hear more from Emily because she came out of the gate. She came out of the gate hot.
All right, Emily, keep
let's
going.
go.
I came out of the gate hot. Secondly, fall decor gets a much longer run than Christmas decor.
I
People
agree.
are putting things up in August.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not fair to say that Christmas things are going up too early in November. And a lot of people like to enjoy the turkey meal with the tree in the background.
I agree with that. I mean, listen.
What else do you have? You have pumpkins and like a weird pilgrim thing, which is also kind of canceled now.
Get some leaves.
You can't. You can't do it anymore.
No,
Hold on.
see?
What is fall decor though? What do you mean people put up fall decor? What are they putting up?
Well, you got like garland that's
They're
like got a
putting
lot
up-
of like colored leaves, right? You have that. You got
They're
some
putting up
hay,
leaves.
right? Some
They're
hay.
putting up leaves.
People are putting
they're
out-
buying bales.
Wait,
bales
hold
of
on.
hay.
Hold on. I don't live in the suburbs. People are putting out bales of hay.
Right on their stoop.
Is
As
it-
if
You
all
can
of a
go-
sudden we're transformed to some beautiful farmland, some orchard.
What?
It's like no.
It's
no,
like when Marty
no.
ended up back in 1955 and he's on a farm all of a sudden.
Exactly. It's so much like that. It's hysterical.
Wow.
It's like,
Thank you, Emily.
Like yeah. Like so
I don't see a lot of fall decor.
but you do get though the cinnamon apple candles.
Sure.
And then you light those up, baby.
Well,
and now you're in the mood.
And there's fall Starbucks drinks.
And there's that, which come out in August.
The cinnamon.
They do that in August.
Yeah,
Everybody
they're
gets
big on
pissed
the
off.
Starbucks
Yeah.
fall. Was your tree up for Thanksgiving?
No, we're very much the next day. Like
You
done.
decorate the next day?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
where the house gets done the next day. But everything else is still like
But
it's a build up, man.
But do you have a game the next day?
I do.
What time?
It's an Amazon Prime game though,
Okay.
so I am not technically working yet.
So do you have to go?
I don't right now.
So as of now, you're not working on Black Friday.
I'm not. Are you trying to make
Get you roped in for work.
get me
So
pulled in
wait,
here?
don't you? No,
It'd be a great day to have off.
No. You hold on. I'm telling you, as you are not working.
I am not.
No.
Are you sure?
No,
because
I am the one person when I got here, and I heard there were people who would work on Black Friday.
I
I'm
used
like,
to always.
What is
always
the
worked on Black Friday?
the point of getting established in radio? Like once you're like no longer a Phil. I mean, I say this with respect like you wouldn't believe. Jake Asman and Ty Butler got to work on Black Friday. No, it's how I did my years. I was in my 20s. I did it.
Yeah.
I'm in my early 30s. I did it.
But
then you get older, you don't do it.
Don remembers the days that we used to be kind of guilted into working on Black Friday.
Oh, Don always does.
Told that, well, everybody's in the car that day.
I forgot.
Everybody's in the car. And you're like,
and they get Don.
I want to be in the car.
But they get Don because Don was always doing a Rangers game or whatever, so he'd always get hooked in.
That's
Yeah, but you know what? There's a little something different now than there was back then, guys. So
What's that?
I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Do I?
Begins with an R, ends in G.
Rosenberg?
Or S. Ratings. That's what you get.
So now,
But listen, I worked and Alan worked and you worked, Peter, back in the day on those holidays because the bigwigs didn't. I'd like to think of myself 24 years at the station as being
a bigwig.
You're a bigwig.
You deserve to think of yourself as that.
Don's a bigwig. I'm not even a wig.
Oh, stop it.
No, seriously.
Well, neither of you need a
stop
wig.
it.
No, like you hear Namath.
Or
I hope
afternoon
you make
drive.
the team.
No,
Namath doesn't
afternoon
know
drive.
if I'm going to make the team yet, though.
No,
I'm trying to
That
still
was a
make
long
the team.
time ago. You made the team.
You
That
made
was
the
January.
team, but no, afternoon drive, and then middays moves up to afternoon drive to fill in. I mean, there's a pecking order. That's the way it worked. Overnight guy then does mornings. That's just the way
We've
it works.
seen it all, but the afternoon guys are supposed to take off.
Well, speaking of seeing it all,
Yeah.
I actually had a rant that nobody heard.
Wait, you're joking.
No, I was going off.
You dropped out.
I went off.
We were so
And
worried about you.
The people on YouTube saw me with my animated Italian
I was trying
way.
to tell you that he was talking, but you guys were on your Christmas yo-yo
And when
stuff.
I was done, dead silence. And I was like, well, see, I shut you guys up.
Drop the mic.
Hello? Hello? And I found out that I was disconnected. And
So
so
Anthony, the whole time you were watching him talking, knowing he was connected to the air link.
Correct.
But the Ethernet connection was dead.
Yep.
And you left him up anyway. Just old man yelling at a cloud, and you left it up
Dave
there.
in the car is telling me the same take he's had for 3 days, and he hasn't gotten on yet. So please take him so he could change his story. And then I realized Dom was moving his lips, and nothing was coming out of his mouth.
Do we have? Can we run that back though? Because I'd love to see.
I started. Listen, the moment's passed, but just to give you a little synopsis.
Yeah, please.
I was like, I don't know what you heard up to. I said, at this rate, we're going to be celebrating the holidays after Labor Day. Because it's all corporate. That's why they want to try to hurry it up. They're trying to steal money from us. So if we give them Halloween, then they take Halloween, and the next thing you know, the day after Labor Day, that Tuesday after Labor Day, we're going to be hanging up Christmas wreaths, and we're going to be
Black
singing.
Tuesday.
Yeah, and I was like, and we got to fight the man, guys. The corporate, and I started going off about how and I said, march with me, Peter. Why won't you march? Of all people, you're not going to march with me.
Don
I
was
went
doing
like
that.
total Phil Oakes.
Do you know the movement
I'm
he would
not
have gotten?
marching anymore.
And it was all by yourself.
All alone. And I'm thinking, because I'm looking at you guys,
Did you notice that
staring
we-
at the microphone. I'm like, this is so money. They're captivated. They're totally in.
Hold on, the timing was perfect. So while Steve was going on about God knows what, respectfully, we were staring straight ahead. You think we're listening to
Yeah,
you?
I thought you were completely engaged in a rant that was not heard. The first time ever
I need
in my
video.
entire career that I had a rant, and I thought it was a damn good one that no one heard.
No one will ever
But
know.
there's visual.
I know. I'm going to need to see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to at least see how passionate, what level rant we're talking
Maybe
about.
we can read his lips.
I know. Perhaps we can. Guys, we do have some sports to get to today.
We do.
There's a Thursday night foosball game. I don't know if anyone's
We are
interested.
I'm not. There's no way I'm in. No way. But this is we're in must-win weekend. I'm telling you.
You mean for our picks or for the league?
Well, yeah, for our picks. But I'm talking about for the league. There's a lot of these. We all know. I know must-win is a fallacy. It's not really a must-win. But you know that feeling in a locker room of, man, if we don't win this one, right?
All right, I'm going to pull this.
I think there's some teams this weekend that are facing that must-win feeling.
what about
Unfortunately,
Peter?
neither New York team.
Well, Peter is feeling that.
Oh, yeah.
That's why, Peter, if you want to fight back, you've got to take a 3-point here. You got to, because it looks like Alan and I are going to lay out.
Leap in.
You've got to dig back in because you desperately need to get back. You know what else is back, guys?
What's back?
The Hess Toy Truck.
Oh,
It
of
is
course.
better
Oh,
than
he
ever.
did it. He
Two
did it
racers,
again.
One
I knew he
amazing
would.
holiday gift. The 2025 stock car racers are loaded with action-packed features.
Oh, it's
including
loaded.
67 animated lights, 5 realistic sounds, and a pullback motor available exclusively at HessToyTruck.com for $49.99 with free standard shipping and batteries included.
It's good to have the batteries.
My voice is actually sore from screaming during the rant. And no one heard it.
Like
I was
Don
so
is doing a
fired up.
stick it to the man rant.
You're not
It
even
was.
going to appreciate it
It's unreal. Really?
because I only have it up for about a minute. And I think I could tell back here because I have preview. I think it went for another 2.5, 3
No.
before he finally. I texted
No.
him. He didn't look at his texts. He was
No.
going. He was having a grand
The only
old time.
thing I glanced at was offline, and it was like somebody pulled the plug.
also
I was so-
sad that Steve's call took just as long.
it was
Steve,
so-
you don't even. Yeah,
he
you
was
didn't-
trying.
He got us started. You know what? I have to tell you, I like Steve's voice. I always find it to be a soothing, calming, nice-sounding gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Starts out, he's telling us a little bit. And then, Don, you ever have that moment when you're sitting there and you realize I'm hosting a radio show and I am no longer paying attention to what's being said on the air? That's a problem.
No, that's a big problem.
That means you need to move forward, and fortunately, we have music for that. And it brought us
in
back.
the meantime, one of your hosts is in a rant that nobody can hear.
I know. And meanwhile, we had gold happening to nowhere. All right, so let's run over this real quick since you brought it up, Alan. Tonight's Bills-Texans game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think if there's a must-win there, and it's not sexy, it's the Texans if they want to stay in the mix.
Yeah. Well, it's the Bills did have their bounce back after an embarrassing, right? But for the Bills,
it's not must at 7-3 though.
Not all right. This isn't one of the must-wins, but I'm feeling also like Buffalo is being overlooked now by everybody.
Agree.
Oh, sure.
They have not, remember early in the year when you said, who do you trust? And I said, Buffalo. You go, how could you possibly trust them? As I'm telling you, this team this year. And then they started to show us why you can't trust them. So when you look at the landscape of the contenders, the real contenders in the NFL, the Bills do not come up because we don't trust them, because it's Josh Allen and a bunch of guys that he's trying to drag with him. So these
Tay Diggs.
Yes, especially Tay Diggs and his new baby. So they have to, as a team, start not only convincing us, but convincing themselves that they are a legit contender. Otherwise, if they're not a true contender and they have another one of these years where it fizzles out at some point in the playoffs, they might have to make massive changes there.
And never mind contender. They're not winning this division. They lose tonight. I mean, that's going to be on the table. You're a wild card team now. Well, you're playing on the road.
So that's fair. I mean, what's the next word? That's what we need to develop today.
What's the word?
A must-win should be reserved for if you lose the game, you're essentially cooked.
All right.
That's must-win.
Urgency?
Yeah, like what's the is it called an urgent game, a code something?
It's code red.
But code red is must-win, no?
I guess.
Yeah, code red.
What's the code before red?
Black?
Code yellow?
I don't think it's yellow.
Orange?
Well, you're going by traffic signs now. Right, so it would be code
burnt
yellow.
Sienna?
But no, you're right, because
there's a notch. The Bills are not. Listen, the Bills dropped to 7-4, and then they finished the season 12-5. Well, it wasn't a must win, so it's hard. You don't want to say must win, but given the momentum of the Patriots, given how tight the AFC is, it's close to must win, but it's not. Steelers, Bears. Now, the Steelers, you could argue, are must-win every week with the way the Ravens are on their ace.
Yes.
Am I wrong about that?
No.
Like the way things have been heading, and by the way, is it Mason Rudolph?
That's who it would be if Rodgers can't go.
God, Mason Rudolph really hung on to that job well.
Well, listen, to both Baltimore, who I think is on fire, but still not perfect. If you don't win the North, you may not go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? Because all right, so Patriots, Bills, one wins the division, one goes to the postseason.
Probably.
Right?
Yes.
Dolphins, they got New Orleans and the Jets coming up. So the Dolphins could be a wild card team.
They're not dead, but the Dolphins still have a long way away. What are they, 4-7 or something? They're a ways back.
Right, fine, but I'm just saying, I'm just going by division, all right? Nobody else in the North. And then you go out west. Well, I still think Kansas City gets to 10 wins. So, like, if you start messing around, you may not make the playoffs.
No, Pittsburgh's got to win
that division.
Pittsburgh's got to win every week. And by the way, Burrow could be back next week. I mean, it's hard to picture a world where Cincinnati wins out or anything like that, but he's going to try to make it spicy. Speaking of the Bengals, and the Steelers play the Bears. Bears 7-3. Again, not a must-win, but the NFC North is going to be a logjam at the top with the Packers, Lions, and Bears.
Right.
So that's going to be a tough. I don't know if all three of those teams are getting in. So every win matters for the NFC North.
See what I mean? We're getting to that point now.
And you know what? As the day goes on, we should keep going through them because there really is
There's
up
a
and
lot
down
of
the
games
board.
at play this weekend. And again, unfortunately, in New York, none of these games matter anymore.
Oh, they could have, though. No, think about it. They could have if the Giants had won just 3.
Right. Well, we already know
those 4 games.
The games that they should have won, they would have been in it. And that's what sucks is that we don't get that chance.
They'd be sitting at 5-6. We're having a conversation.
And this is a league right now that has a ton of parity. So there's a lot of opportunity. But they're not involved. But there's still reason to watch football, and that's the whole idea. Is like to find those games that are, hey, you really want to watch that game. Like I am caught up in a game that nobody cares about, but I'm caught up in it for one reason. I'm looking at a quarterback, and I want to see if he can play. Because if he can play,
you're talking about the 405. Oh yeah, baby.
But I'm not talking about the freeway.
But that's okay.
What do you mean?
No. Hold it. Don, can you hold it?
Yeah, I'm all
cross my legs.
I'm
hold it, cross your legs, hold it tight.
Donnie's buttons.
A lot of things to get to. the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson is back. They held on for a close win over Dallas. We got to talk some basketball. Much, much more to get into on the program right here. Hahn Rosenberg.
Tonight, the 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm host Bucknell at Carnesecca Arena. Coverage begins at 6:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Already a pretty bad ride over in Queens, Grand Central westbound, right before the Clearview. A crash in the left lane. Delays are backing up onto the northern state in Nassau County. Eastbound said just slammed with everybody stopping to take a look. You're solid there from Jewel Avenue. All of your approaches, the outbound George, already packed. Cross Bronx westbound, the worst of it. It's going to run you an hour from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Inbound George, stick with the lower deck if you can. Upper levels, some road work and a crash underneath the apartments. About a 20 to 30-minute ride. Outbound Lincoln will run you 5 to 10. Outbound Holland 15 to 20. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? While the PCA can help, it's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
Good job, Jacob.
Yeah, man. You said that line twice, and the second time you said it is when I had to.
This year Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and ghetto boys were trick-or-treating, robbing little kids for bags. Then this old man came behind our rags. But he wasn't no ordinary man. That song, as a kid, scared me.
The video
freaked me out.
Because he starts running Bushwick starts running at the camera. You're like,
he runs at the camera. He has the part, and he goes, "My hands were all bloody from pounding on the concrete."
Yeah.
He thinks that he's in the middle of a fight, and he's all these things are happening. Then he realized it was all a dream. There were no kids there.
Mm-hmm. Don's riveted.
I got to see the video. Well, no, listen. I think it would be better if I heard the actual rapper.
Have you never heard My
I've never
Mind's
heard
Playing?
the song,
You've
no.
never heard.
So that's
Mind
not the
Playing
first time you want to hear it.
No. You got to spend time with my Mind's Playing tricks on me. I'm going to send you the video link, and perhaps during the break you could enjoy it, partake.
Yeah.
It's such a classic moment. And then I also, while we're at it, I'd like you to get the cover of that album. Also, Don, which was when Bushwick Bill was actually shot in the eye, and they decided to take the album cover photo while he's in the hospital on the gurney.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd really been shot, and it's the album cover. It was a time we were living.
But isn't that relatable to what Don said? There's what is the metal band that had the corpse on it? On the
Mayhem.
cover,
The story is, although some people think it's fake, but there's a lot of people that believe it to be true. One of the members of Mayhem, shot himself, committed suicide, shot himself in the head, and his bandmate found him and decided to take a picture, and they made that the cover of their album. You could. I mean, I'd be very careful, but it is available on the internet if you want to see what it looks like.
I believe we did Google it when we talked about this the first time around.
Yes,
and I saw it, and it's jarring.
So what you said is jarring, but not like that.
Yeah, not like that.
There's levels of jar.
Yeah, there's, but there was a lot going on.
Levels of jar.
You were about to say something before the breakdown.
Yes.
Do you remember what it was? You said you were going to hold it in.
I was referencing a Browns-Raiders game that has my attention that CBS has at a 4:05.
I think I just feel like, I'm not going after you, Alan, that it's a little bit much. It's a little stretch, the Shedeur stuff.
Which part?
What's a stretch?
Just that he could be your savior, and that you're watching that like the same way you'd be watching Mendoza play at Indiana as a potential first overall pick. I mean, come on. I'm not saying it can't work, but for you to invest time watching Shedeur Sanders, like scouting him, if you will,
I think you're
next guy. I think that's a little much.
I think you're misreading your friend. I think Alan Hahn has a little bit more Peter Rosenberg in him than you realize.
What?
You think he's being performative? I don't know.
No, excuse me?
Wow.
How dare you? No, but I mean in terms of just getting excited about a certain guy and their story. I think he's fascinated by the Shedeur story more than he even thinks he's realistically going to be the savior of the Jets. Am I wrong, Alan? I think you bought in.
Well,
you thought he was a great player, got disrespected, and now here's the comeback tour.
The first level of my interest is I want to be right.
Rooting for you.
And you,
okay.
Yeah. And
that makes sense.
You remember going into the draft.
That makes sense.
Oh, you were in.
And I did feel like that this is a guy he's got the mental capacity, he's got the pedigree, and he's got the accuracy to be a really good NFL quarterback.
He was big on the accuracy. Because I didn't like his motion in college, his throwing motion. And you were always
and no one thought he was athletic enough. Like he wasn't fast and all that stuff. And I said, but this guy, he's really good on target. And then, of course, the end of that game, what did he do? He threw a couple of bad balls, and now people are down on him. But this is like his first real opportunity. And I'm like curious to see, does it flash enough that tells me, okay, I was right. And if he went to the right situation, this guy could be, if he gets to the right situation, a capable NFL quarterback, which is all I wanted to see. Now, is there also a part of me that's like, and if he shows me a little something, I don't get, like, you don't have to bring him in to make him your starting quarterback. But if the Browns don't really want him, I'll bring him in so I can work with him and see if I can turn him into something. Like that's what I'm kind of curious about. I got nothing else, Don. I can't watch the Jets. I don't care about Tyrod Taylor. I don't care about the Jets. I need something.
The whole idea of you rooting to be right, I completely get. So that to me would be 100%.
It starts
why
there.
I'd be watching that game.
It always starts there.
But to attach him to the Jets, you almost have to root to be wrong temporarily to eventually have him land with the Jets and be right.
I know what you're saying.
Because if he ends up balling out, they're not going to get rid of him.
Of course not.
You want him to bottom out in Cleveland, and either you can pick him up if he's released, but I don't know if they'll release him, or you can give that 6th or 7th round pick, get him, and then turn him around.
I just want evidence, like visual evidence, something tangible in this performance and whatever else that he does for the rest of the season. It doesn't have to be that he goes on a tear and he just starts, because obviously then the Browns might say, oh, wow, we didn't even realize what we had, and now we've got our quarterback of the future, right? I'm totally in agreement. But, you do need to see it. It's got to look right. And if you see it, the right person might say, okay, it wasn't great success, but they don't have a lot of talent there and all this other stuff. But I saw something in this dude. Like, I think we should invest some time in him. And that's kind of what I just want to see that I'm not wrong. That he's not bad.
That part I get. We all root to be right. That part I get.
Right.
Well, I'm more fascinated in it than ever. I think it's
a very interesting story.
It's a tremendous story. Like, to go from being like, hey, did you hear Deion's kid is pretty good? Oh my God, Deion's kid's really good. Oh my God, Colorado. They moved to Colorado. They're on TV every single week.
Yep.
Everyone's talking about them. This kid's good. They're retiring his jersey. He's all-time great. No one's interested.
Yep.
Plummets like we've never seen. He can't be a starter. The Browns don't want to play him. Now you want to see the redemption story.
It potentially could be bigger than Tom Brady.
Oh my God! If it worked out, now you want to be hyperbolic. I'm all here for it.
Right.
If this were to work out, and he were to be a stud, like in a world where he becomes a stud, it would be gigantic.
He's the 42nd quarterback that they have tried since 1999. Think about that.
42nd.
42. So it's like the one that no one expects anything of, does the things that no one can expect. Like he could be the one they didn't even know that he was the one. They begrudgingly drafted him. They didn't really play. They barely played him. He gets no opportunity. Everybody gets hurt. He's got to play. And then he lights it up, and now the Browns have the quarterback for the next 20 years. And they didn't even know they had him. Like, that's an incredible story. It's probably not going to happen, but that's, similar to the story.
Where's Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, he's still hurt.
He's just still getting better, and then, in theory, next offseason, he'd compete for a job again?
I got to see when they have an out, because I know the minute they have an out in that contract, they're going to be out. They're going to be out. Because that's the other name that people suggest with the Jets. It's like, Deshaun Watson could be had. He once was good.
I know, but that would be the quicker way to success, because we know Watson can play.
Right.
We don't know if Shedeur can play or not. I know you seem to be convinced, but the world's not. But as far as the redemption story, I mean, it sticks it to the entire National Football League system if he succeeds, right? It really just sticks it to everybody.
Everybody.
Even the Browns who drafted him.
So quickly, next year is the last guaranteed year of his deal. They can void the rest of the contract. Deshaun Watson. Yeah, they can void the rest of it. Probably he's 31. He's 30 this year. He'll be 31 next year. He is so much of his prime has just disintegrated.
It's an all-time 30 for 30.
All over a massage.
He's a lot of them.
Several.
Yeah, there's more than one. Week 7 last year was when he went down with the Achilles.
Yeah.
His practice window opened this past week, and they did not exercise it, so he's not practicing. I don't know if that means he wasn't ready for it. They're not bothering. But now we're past a year on the injury. So, and the craziest thing is, guys, the only other person I can sort of compare him to, completely different situation, but hear me out, is Carson Wentz. That there's this moment when you go, oh my God, we're seeing something at quarterback. This is special. I thought Watson was like on the way to generational.
Yeah.
He had everything, including attitude, approach, all of it.
All of it.
And
he's made a ton of money. Really. It's the weirdest sad story of a guy who, how can you be sad when you $50 million a year in your pocket for doing nothing?
And yet your whole life, if nothing changes, you're no one will think of you in a particularly positive way. He'd have to really dig deep to turn things around in his life.
So at 31, Don, when the Browns do cut him free, that no NFL team's going to touch him.
No, they will.
Someone's got to give him a shot, for sure.
Like, even Michael Vick had a redemption.
Well, he'll get an opportunity. I don't think there's any question about it.
Yeah, I always said this, Alan, when we were on the K show, and I maintain it to this day. It was so obvious that something nefarious happened. It was obvious.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And the thing I found so foolhardy about the entire thing was, while he was accused of doing things that were definitively uncool, inappropriate, not right, none of the things he was accused of went to the extent that he wouldn't be able to redeem himself if he owned it and took responsibility.
And he just refused to do it.
And he refused it.
Maddening.
And then it's like karma came back and just crashed on him like a friggin' grand piano on his head.
But again, how's it working out for him?
But
because
that's the thing.
Cleveland
I don't
gave
know
him this
the answer. How is it working
$200 million fully guaranteed. So it's like that. You're right about the karma for his career. But it's such a weird place.
I know, because you're rich.
Like, but how hollow
But do you
is
want to
that?
be rich and have no respect?
That's what I mean. How hollow
you don't
is
put
that?
yourself.
He
in that
worked his
situation.
whole life to be a successful quarterback, right, Don?
We've worked all our lives to be where we're at now, right? And we're still striving to be even better. But still, we've been able to make something of our careers. Let me multiply your earnings by 10. But you're completely disrespected in your career. Nobody thinks you're any good. Nobody thinks you're any kind of quality. You're a pariah. I wouldn't want to live that way. I mean, listen, money is a part of why we do things because, let's face it, we've all got rent, we've all got mortgages, we've all got families to support. But we got into this to try to enjoy our careers, to be something. That's what we strive to be something. And for him to never see his dream fully come to reality as an NFL quarterback and be looked upon as a joke, I don't care how much money you make. That's not going to fill the emptiness,
of course,
in his soul for that.
Right. That's why I said it's got to be incredibly empty. He's in the prime of his life, prime of his career, making just boatloads of money, and yet everything that he's worked for, he can't do. And it's the Achilles. He's had 2 surgeries on it. Like it's all right now. This feels like lost time for a player like that, and that's why I'm really curious. After next season, we still got a whole other year before we can even consider it. But I wonder, is he just
but hold on before we get there.
Buckle down, like I'm going to make a comeback, and that comeback begins today, and all that stuff, or has he lost it so much?
Well, but you're skipping a part of the story.
What part of the story? Oh, still owning it?
No. Well, that part
He's never going to own it.
No, not that part. The Browns don't have a quarterback. As of right now, they have Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders.
I think it sounds like
you don't think they'll give him a shot next year.
I think they're cutting him as fast as they can.
But
next season?
Next season they have to pay him. You have to let him try out for the job.
You almost want to see it work just to justify the contract that you gave him, right?
And who are they going to run out there? So they might have to just bring him in camp in earnest and let him see if he earns it.
And guys,
he will over that group.
The original team where the controversy took place always feels the need to let him go. That was Houston. All right, so that's already been done.
Right.
So now Cleveland can look at it and say, all right, he did some bad things. We gave him a guaranteed contract. We want to try to make something back from that. I want to see if this guy can earn his job back.
Okay.
I mean, they may not do that, Alan, but wouldn't you do it? Wouldn't you say, "Oh, let's see if you can win this job"?
But isn't he in the practice window right now? And they need a quarterback. Like, are they worried about a re-injury situation? They don't want to, they're not going to put him in any type of situation that, he'd push too hard. I mean, he's been gone he's been out long enough that he should be available to play at some point this season.
Or is it just
Or are they just saying we don't want you to play?
Or we got two kids battling for this job. We're just not in a place right now where we can afford to have this kind of dog and pony show. Let's wait till the offseason. Let's sort out what we have here, and let's hit the ground running.
But to Alan's point, if they really did think about next year with him, this goes against what I was just arguing. But if they really did think about it for next year, Don, wouldn't they have opened the practice window at least? They don't have anything going right now. Like, wouldn't you at least want to see him, let him throw it a little bit, and start building towards next year?
Like, they could have opened up his practice window, and they left him on the sidelines again, and they're going,
Now we're over a full year.
Like they had an opportunity if they wanted to try to bring him in, and instead it's like, no, we'd rather go with Dylan Gabriel. We'd rather go with Bailey Zappi. Like, how many other guys did they use on this team?
And also bringing in as many quarterbacks as they did kind of tells you that yeah, maybe they have already at least mentally cut ties with him and will officially do it. But there'll be somebody that'll try to gobble him up.
All right, well, I like you said gobble, because it's a week from Thanksgiving. Phone lines jammed on a variety of topics. We'll talk to you guys next, right here on Hahn Rosenberg.
Tonight, the 14th-ranked St. John's Red Storm host Bucknell at Carnesecca Arena. Coverage begins at 6:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
The Fall Savings Event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, it's Michael K. talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you can trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, Visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Learned how to count with this song.
Oh, really? You were 25? 1,
This is
2.
I played this with Zach when he was little, and I had him repeat it.
So you did actually do it with Zach.
1, 2, 3 into the foe. Yeah. To this day, he says foe.
Do you know the next line, Don? 1, 2, 3 into the 4.
No. 5, 6, pick up sticks.
No. How about this? How about 1, 2, 3 into the 4? Snoop Doggy Dogg and Snoop Doggy Dogg and
I don't know.
Dr.
Dre
where is he? Where is Dr. Dre? At the
Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre are at
the
dough.
Hey, all right, we got it.
1-800-919-3776. And by the way, before we get to you, how about a little game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish
Let's do
Whiskey
it.
because it's game time.
I like when he holds it.
It's Tully time. Rangers Avalanche in Colorado with coverage immediately following Dan Grassa on 880 at 8:30. Don's in Florida for Devils Panthers at 7.
Florida.
Is that the last of the road trip?
Well, technically, Philadelphia is Saturday, but I'm going to go home.
Okay.
I'm not going to stay in the hotel an hour
The
from
team's going to Philly, though, right?
Yes.
So,
we're all
so
going to
it's-
Philly.
so
We're
it's
landing
not
in
the
Philly in the
getaway.
morning.
It's not a getaway, though. Is
No,
what you're
no,
saying.
no.
Okay. All right.
So Devils Panthers at 7, and the Isles visit the Red Wings at 7. Coverage of St. John's Bucknell, which you throw out just the
Oh, my
record book.
goodness. What's the spread?
I don't know.
Who you taking?
I bet it's St. John's minus 22.5.
I'll still take St. John's.
It's on 1050 at 640. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoy Tullamore Dew responsibly.
Pete Doherty, Bucknell guy.
Really? Was he on the team?
Manager.
Yeah, that sounds about right. By the way, remember, Maryland lost that kid for El Payne this week, and that was bad news. But yesterday, like arguably the best recruit in the country declared for Maryland. It's like supposed to be the best player Maryland's going to get in like years and years and years.
How much did they give
forget
him?
the kid's name. I don't know. I don't know.
A really big
All
check.
I know, I know my niece and nephew may not get offered money to go to Maryland anymore, but at least they will be able to have a player to watch should they make it there.
You know, Zach did a Subway commercial?
What?
Yeah.
Zach Zaba?
No, my son.
Well, no, he didn't. What do you mean?
It's an NIL thing. He got a Subway commercial.
Is that true?
They shot it on campus. Yeah, it's
Are you being
hilarious.
serious?
No, I'm dead serious. It's hilarious.
That's
It's
awesome.
social media.
Who
It's not
else
like
is-
going to be on TV.
Really?
It's
What,
like
him and other
TikTok.
players?
No, him by himself.
A solo
Really?
Zach Hahn
That's right.
Subway
His
social spot.
His first NIL moment.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
He's already made more with his athletic career than you did.
And do
100%.
better. Have him do better than the last spokesperson. Thank you.
Well, Don,
I
let's
mean,
not go all the
my
way
God.
back to.
Did
We don't
we
have
to. Really?
Yeah, do you have to? We try to move past it.
I was celebrating a moment
Yeah,
for my
I
son
know.
here.
Yeah,
And I-
Subway-
He actually has real money in his pocket now instead of my money for a change.
Subway should be defined by the delightful sandwiches,
That's
the
right.
cookies, the tasty beverage that you wash it down with.
What
You know?
was that guy's name again?
Jared?
Jared.
Oh my God! You don't bring up Jared. It's
Well,
the things nightmares are made
well,
of.
that's
No,
all right.
and if you said, "Hey,"
Moment ruined.
if you say, "Hey, I want to get a better understanding of what's in the tuna salad," we could have a conversation.
Why'd you have to go tuna?
Or the chicken teriyaki, which I love the onion. I love the sweet onion teriyaki.
So
Big fan.
Just kidding about Jared. It's too soon, really? I mean, it's been
it's
over
just
a decade.
No, it's just us trying to be positive to the brand,
No,
which
but
is
of course
which is putting dollars in the pocket of young Zachary.
Listen,
That's all.
I love Subway. Tremendous product.
I'm glad.
They more than got up from it.
Oh no, they continued on. Although I mean, it is one of the worst. It was. If there was a worse endorser in the history of the world, I don't know who it was. I mean, Jell-O's raising their hand quietly in the corner with Bill Cosby, but But that wasn't their fault. Cosby wasn't famous from the Jell-O, right? Jared's only famous from the Subway.
Top 5.
That's a list.
Top
Wait
5
till
worst.
Wednesday.
I mean, because right now Hurts is going. The OJ commercials didn't age great either.
Hurts, Jell-O. I'm just picturing him, like you said, sitting in the corner, just kind of putting.
No, they're all like doing the Homer Simpson fading into the hedges.
Yeah.
Like, don't
but Jared takes the cake because he became so famous from a commercial only. In fact, how about this? Oh my God, here's a top 5 guy. A top 5 for Don.
Top 5, okay.
The commercial character was enormous only because of the commercial character, meaning Jake from State Farm, meaning Where's the Beef Lady, meaning Joe Azuzu. You know what I'm saying? Meaning Max Headroom. They're only big from the commercial.
Say Flo already?
Flo? Is she? No.
Progressive?
No. Flo for Progressive.
Yeah.
People love Flo.
She made a multi-million-dollar career out of that character.
She was in a few episodes of The Goldbergs as a parent.
Oh, really?
And then the guy, Max Headroom, was in the 04 version of Dawn of the Dead?
Oh, wow.
So that's a big gap.
That's a very big gap.
No, it's a big gap. I'm just saying. But yeah, he's known for that.
But it's a good top 5, right, Don? There are some interesting people who only exist because the commercial existed. But only one of them turned out to be the worst human being who's ever lived, and he who shall not be named, at a place that we do adore.
But again, Subway showing that they have more than got up from it by hiring Zach to be a spokesperson.
So have you seen it? Have you gotten a look at this yet?
I was trying to find it because it's a TikTok thing, and I don't have TikTok.
I have TikTok. I deleted my other social media except TikTok.
You have to go to. I think you go to his, and you'll see it.
Do you know does he have words? He's like talking.
Yeah, he talks. He narrates the whole thing.
Oh boy, I'm pulling this up as we speak.
So they do it's not a television commercial. They do these are digital social media commercials that just randomly come up, and he was selected out of.
He's a CK or a CH?
CH.
What's the decision there?
Yeah, good.
Zachary.
Question.
And so you just shorten it to the H.
Yeah.
The
K is a very aggressive.
Yeah. Why do
K.
people go with the K?
It's because some Zacharys are with a K.
Zach Hahn.
Biblical.
Zachary Hahn.
While you're doing that.
And if you take a look at the Halloween decorations, very similar. They're very, very fall-like.
Yeah. Oh no. That's
all we got, Don. That was it.
That's the moment we lost Don.
That was pre-rant.
Yeah. We watched back. So
you got the preamble.
Those who missed it, we do have it shared on social media, on our social media handles, and you'll see Don just continuing to go while Peter and I take a call and have a nice discussion.
Hold on, kids.
Oh, boy.
Hockey is a battle. That means your training is on another level, and your fuel has to match that intensity.
Better voice than his dad.
The new Fresh Fit menu from Subway has some great options, but for me, there's a clear winner. I'm always going with the seasoned steak and avocado. It's packed with 35 grams of protein, and the quality ingredients are elite. It's
He's eating at the
perfect
gym.
recovery meal that gives me the energy I need for classes, but it never weighs me down. It's just smart, powerful fuel.
Classes.
Steak and avocado is my
Who's he
top
kidding?
pick, but you gotta find yours. Go check out the whole Fresh Fit menu at your local Subway restaurant and get that fuel you need.
Wow. I'm commenting. I'm liking and commenting. I'm pounding.
Like and comment?
I'm pounding. I might pound subscribe.
Right. Smash it.
Yeah.
Smash it like an avocado.
That is amazing. All right, 1-800-919-3776.
I didn't come here to play school.
By the way, that shot when he says, when I go to class, it just shows him like walking through campus.
Yeah,
fantastic. All right, Damien Woody coming up at 5:30,
Why not?
And we will actually move on from Subway and get to you guys next. A lot of people on hold right here on DHR.
There are small risks in life, like giving a kid a football to play with in the house.
Whoa, watch out for the... Okay.
And then there are big gambles, like giving a kid a lottery ticket. Never gift a lottery ticket to a person under 18. Learn more about how to gift responsibly during the holidays at playresponsiblyny.com. Please gift responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Unfortunate moment a few moments ago.
And if you take a look at the Halloween decorations, very similar. They're very, very fall-like.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You heard him zap. You heard him zap.
Yeah.
I just watched the video. It's embarrassing.
And you didn't notice, like, just because the way your eyes are, you didn't notice that, like, there's a moment where I'm clearly talking. It's like, why would I be talking while you're talking?
But that's a long time to continuously talk without thinking somebody would have some feedback. So
right.
That's a bad job by me.
Was that a revealing moment for you?
You know what? Everything's going to change today.
You were in a moment, though.
I'm going to be a different person.
No, don't ever change. Don't ever change.
But like he should.
You were locked in.
He should have heard feedback. You should hear a laugh. You should hear a something. The fact that he's just going and going and going.
It tells you he was in the zone. I want him in the zone.
Or
I need him in the zone. He's got to stay there. Don't change.
Don, I think it's a good moment. I think it's a good reflection.
It's a reveal, man. It shows you just for how long I've been completely like tone deaf at what I do for a living. And that's not good chemistry. That's not good teamwork. That's not being a team player.
You're not the only one that was tone deaf.
It was,
yeah. Well, let's talk to the people. They've been on hold for a while. 1-800-919-3776, and we, Alan, we haven't really gotten to the Knicks yet. But
we didn't get to our open yet. We agreed on an open.
Yeah, we agreed to an open.
It never happened.
we talked holidays.
Yeah, and then Don, you're not with us in the room, so Alan and I kind of looked at each other afterwards. We're like, we like the open, but not enough to blow past a Don rant to nowhere, the holidays, Shedeur Sanders. Things happen. So we roll.
You know what this is? This feels like a Friday on a Thursday.
Yeah.
That's what this feels like.
It's giving Friday. But since the Knicks are one of the topics we're going to get to, Chauncey's been holding for a while in Westwood. What's up, Chauncey?
Hey, what's up, guys? I could bring you to the Knicks, but a lot has happened since I called. So,
no. So where now?
Where are you taking us?
Interesting.
All right. Well, first of all, Deshaun Watson, yes, Week 7 last year, but he actually re-ruptured it
January
in January. Yeah, so his chances of this year, I'm no doctor, but
well, no, he had a
not.
practice window that they could have opened for him. They could have had him working out, but he's going to play next year for them because of the contract. But they're going to cut him after it.
Kofi sent something over that somebody I don't have the name in front of me.
Mary Kay Cabot.
Right, was on with a Cleveland radio station saying he is definitely going to be on the roster next year because of cap ramifications.
Yeah, no, he has to be. It's their out is after next season. So he's going to be on the roster next year. Whether or not they want to play him is another story.
Well, but a lot of that will depend on this weekend.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
Whether they think they have something else. Because if they don't see something else, how do you not go to that guy and at least see what he has?
Well, he hasn't played in 2 years. You don't know what he's going to look like.
No, but you got to at least see because he's done something no one else in that roster has done.
Where he's actually played good football?
Yeah, at some point.
But they also are going to have something else on the roster that in case he just doesn't have it anymore.
Right,
or he's gonna
of course.
2 years is a long time to not play football.
What else you got, Chauncey? Do you have something else?
Yeah, today is proof of why watching the YouTube is so important because the radio listeners did not experience that ultimate moment earlier where neither side realized it, but Don doesn't realize that we could see and not hear him, and you guys, I guess, didn't see anything, but Don, 30 seconds, a minute, he's still talking. The YouTube chat's going crazy. They're eating it up. This silent Don rant is going to go down in history.
The silent rant, the silent scream of Don LaGreca. Yeah, the comments must have been that must have been entertaining alone. What people were saying.
It was on fire. It was one of the most electric moments.
I wish I saw that.
In fairness, maybe it wouldn't have felt as long if you were able to hear me, right?
Right. No, but the funny thing is, it was only like a minute until it cut off. Anthony said it was a couple minutes that we couldn't see.
Yeah, there was at least another minute after that.
Wow.
I really
it was a legendary moment.
I kind of got to thank you for the call, Chauncey.
It was almost the whole first call, guys. Because you weren't talking for the whole first call. That guy was going for a while.
Yeah.
And so was Don.
The whole time.
He was in a zone.
People keep asking us what the rant was about. The only person that knows is Don.
And
that's the part.
And we could relive it at some point, but like I'm the only person because I'm on the road that my camera is also my monitor. Like so I am seeing you guys. It sounds like you're listening to me. Because there was a point where Peter, I guess, was speaking to Steve. But for the most part, I'm looking at you like right now that you're like listening to me. So there was no reason for me to believe I was disconnected until I glanced over at the Comrex and I saw offline. And I was curious as I was going, like no one's laughing, nobody's making a comment because I specifically referenced Peter.
Oh, you did? Thought to draw me in.
That you're not going to march with me.
And I'm just like dead silent on you.
And that's when I glanced over and I realized,
he's dead. There's nothing there. By the way, someone Jersey Pride put in our chat Don ranting in the dark. That's the new single.
After yesterday.
Yeah. Well, yesterday it was Donnie in the dark, but ranting in the dark is even sadder. Let's go to Dave in the car. What's up, Dave?
What's up, guys? I've been calling about this question for days now, and I think I learned how to simplify it.
Okay.
I think that there's like a Bernie Madoff type gambling scandal that's simmering out there in American pro sports, be it college or professional rank. Okay. Do you think that collectively these bodies can get together and say, you know what, if we catch someone cheating at a high level and there's a lot of money involved, like we may consider the death penalty for that organization, even if it costs revenue. Remember in college when you get recruiting violations years ago, the death penalty, I believe Eric Dickerson with the Southern Methodist, they got the death penalty for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I just think they need to get ahead of this. And I think when the Astros had that scandal with the Yankees, that could have been the precursor and the opportunity to lay down the gauntlet, but they didn't. But I would be humiliated if the Yankees, the Jets, or the Knicks were in a position to win a championship, or they won, or they lost, and there was some scandal with prop betting or something going on. That would totally move me away from the sport. And since you're moving away from the Jets now, Hahn, you can kind of feel my energy. That would demoralize my belief in sports. What do you think about the death penalty?
I'm trying to figure out the death penalty for a franchise.
For a franchise, for college, some type of
right. But like franchises aren't involved in any of this, whether it's like the old school point shaving thing or like a player would be involved. But you're going to punish a franchise for a player doing something going rogue.
Yeah, wouldn't you have to have it be separate?
Like, do you think the Raptors knew what
Damon Jones?
Jonte Porter was doing?
Porter, yeah.
They had no idea. He was a two-way guy. They didn't care about him. They had no clue. So you can't really punish the franchise.
You have to have – it's almost two separate conversations.
Yeah.
There has to be a thing where, like, if a player's involved when you say the death penalty, you're talking about permanent ban.
Yeah, you're permanent
lifetime ban.
You're done.
So that
you're
is
never going to play the sport
That is
again.
the death penalty.
Yeah.
Contract voided.
Yep.
Out banned for life.
Right. You're never going to play
or make money.
Even if you have to do time, when you come out, you still can't play.
But,
you're done.
But would it be fair for the Guardians to like lose a season because of that? You know, the scandal with.
No, but what about this? What about if it's a player and it's known to be just on the side of the player, they get the death penalty, the lifetime ban for the
has
sport.
to happen.
However, if it comes from upper management, death penalty for the team may mean loss of a season, whatever it may be.
So you're saying if it's like someone in the organization, a manager of the team.
Someone in management of the team could cost
You think
the team.
owners would agree to kill a season for a professional sports franchise, knowing that if, like, first of all, the manager did whatever Pete Rose did, he didn't do it. Like, the Reds didn't know. But the Reds now are going to lose a season because he did something on his own? No owner is ever going to say, we're all going to vote for that because what if it happens to me? I'm going to lose a season. You know how much revenue one season is?
I know. It would be very difficult to pass. But if it did, I guess it would just make these organizations be more buttoned up to watch, to police themselves.
But Don, isn't it the reason that you maybe could have a chance at passing it is because the way most people with knowledge of gambling feel is that if sports, Don, were to ever truly be infiltrated further, and we're already seeing some of it, the caller's not wrong, the one way a popular sport can die is because of illegitimacy caused by games being thrown. So you do need to do and maybe take some risks, bold things to protect the sport from that.
But let's pump the brakes a bit, all right? The controversies that we've seen have been with point shaving. They have been with, throwing the first pitch in the dirt.
Yeah. Prop bets.
We have not seen any games be compromised. I'm not apologizing.
And then the other
it's
big
still
one was
wrong to do.
And Don, don't forget the other big get that the FBI had was a poker game that was organized crime that were involving athletes who knew that it wasn't about throwing games.
Right.
So it's prop bets and the poker game is really what's happening right now.
Right. If you were to find out that any of these things led to an actual result being compromised, well, then you'd have to do something like the death penalty. But if any of these things happened in Game 7 of the World Series, guys, I don't think anybody would say the game was compromised. You can't have it. You can't allow it. There should be the death penalty for the players that were involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not the Black Sox scandal, okay? This is not a team throwing a World Series or throwing a game. But you got to nip it in the bud before it becomes that, right?
Yes.
So that's why they've got to be on top of that so that we don't get down that road.
You know what the scary part is, though, is what we've learned from what, and I guess we've always wondered it, and it probably has been going on for years. But what we learned from that FBI bust is that organized crime has got their tentacles into professional sports to a level where they can get to current players, former players, coaches. And what you don't want, and I think J.B. Bickerstaff told this story about one time where someone threatened him about a game where he needed to do something. They were threatening his family. And it's like that's the part that, to me, all the commissioners should be worried most about, and the Players Association. Because social media, you see what players are talking about, how many DMs they get and messages they get from people who are mad at them because they missed a parlay by one assist or one rebound. And these people, like, did you see the video of Jimmy Butler in New Orleans? And there's a guy in a car, and he's yelling at Jimmy Butler about he didn't get the 30 points or something like that. He said 30 points. And Jimmy Butler kind of walks up to him and then, like, turns around and walks away, like, realizes, like, no, I should not be doing this. And it's like that's the kind of stuff that I would be most worried about because if you can get to a player, a high-level player, and have some sort of a threat I mean, the organized crime are going to these guys' houses when they're playing games and stealing from their homes.
No, that's
so. They know
was,
a lot about your life, and what you don't want is to be compromised in a moment where you now have a choice to make. It's not about the money anymore. It's about protecting my family or a family member. And I might have to lose this game or throw this game, but that person, at least, I cannot. I have to do it.
What a horrible thought.
That's what you're afraid of.
And people never understood the real reason why Pete Rose was banned from baseball. They all argue, well, he was betting on his team to win. It really wasn't about compromising the game. It was letting the evil into the house.
Yeah.
The people he was associating with. This was pre-legalized gambling, so he was dealing with nefarious people. They were now in the door, and they were getting their tentacles into Major League Baseball. That's what he was really punished for. That's why you had to let him go, to let go of the evil, more so than punishing him for betting on his team to win. Yeah, that was still a bad thing to do, and it did compromise things by even betting on his team to win. It could have compromised the next game because he treated the game he bet on like it was Game 7 of the World Series. But the real reason was to get the evil out of the house.
Yeah.
You're letting the evil in. And once they're in, then it can just grow and grow to where it's completely out of control.
And then they take it over. And that's what you're afraid of. You don't want to see something like that. So I would be more about that and less about lifetime bans and franchises losing seasons. I feel like that's going too far to a place where I don't think we're ever going to see something like that. Franchises aren't going to be complicit to these things. They're not going to know. Maybe some might not want to know. But I think in this environment right now, anybody that is an executive with a sports franchise that gets any wind of a player doing something like this, they're going to put a stop to it. They have to protect the franchise. You have to. But I'm more worried about what I just said, about a player finding out that a member of his family is taped up in a basement somewhere.
Right.
And there's a picture and a hostage video and the whole thing. And it's like, you know what? I know this win tonight is to win the series, but I have the other team winning the series. You got to lose this game tonight, and you got to do whatever it takes to lose it, or else you're going to lose this family member. And that player can't say anything.
It's like a horror movie.
It's scary, but look, that sounds dramatic, but it does happen. These people walk up. These people are contacting players and calling them out and saying they're threatening families on social media. Probably actions they'll never take, but all it takes is one.
And by the way, I'm sure it happened obviously in the days of just bookies, but now it's every Tom, Dick, and Harry is betting on games and applying pressure to you. And
yeah. And all it takes is one person to just get unhinged because they did something stupid like put their life savings into a bet, and now you ruined it for them, and they come find you?
Well, let me see. Hold on. Let me do something here. Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel.
Okay.
Wow.
This
was not timed well.
Because with FanDuel's every Thursday touchdown jackpot, here's what you can do. You can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in on this Thursday's action, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown score bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Peter for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last CD pick. Bonus issues, non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for the gambling problem. Call 877-8-OPEN-WIRE. Text OPEN-WIRE 467-369. And if you are the kind of person who's yelling at people on the street because they're not delivering a bet, you are who I'm talking about when I say need help with a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Call 877-8-HOPE-NY.
Yeah.
Do it.
Put in your phone right now if you're that person. But that's the other thing that you worry about too is just somebody going rogue because they lost. They already hate. We already see so much sports hate to begin with, and now there's the other level because of the gambling. Now the legalized gambling is supposed to kind of cap like that much money being spent, but when you got different apps and it could pile up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all relative too. Like it might not be millions of dollars, but even thousands of dollars for some people is too much to get up from.
I'm glad this topic actually came up because a friend recently said to me, "Oh, it must be really, it's hard for you guys. Like, the elephant in the room is the sports gambling thing, and you can't talk about it because it's a sponsor. And I said, I'll talk about it.
Sure we can.
I can be honest about the fact that I endorse these companies like FanDuel, and we can also have honest conversations about what gambling is.
Yep.
And then, of course, in some ways, while it could be used responsibly and it can be all of these things, it can also be bad, like so many other things that pay for time on television.
Everything.
Alcohol, you name it, cars, everything can be done horribly. But we're not going to avoid talking about it. It's a topic that I think is very relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Should I not read my a car ad because maybe somebody died in a car accident the night before because he was going 100 miles an hour, or somebody became an alcoholic or died because of alcohol? You got to be responsible. Right?
And you should know
shouldn't be taken away because they're irresponsible people.
Yeah, and you should be aware of all the things that do come with it, and that's, I think, we talk about all of it. Absolutely. Why do we have to always take things away that 99% of the population can handle, but 1% doesn't, and now we got to take it away?
This is the society we have that wants Howard Stern off the air instead of, maybe don't turn him on.
Although
having labels on albums, well, maybe just don't buy the album.
Don't play it.
It is complex though, because I will say I notice there are young kids out there with the gambling, the teenage 18, 19, 20, that their exposure to it is different.
Yeah.
Yes, and I see
That's
them
true.
like they're betting on every game, and I'm like, hey, little tip to life, buddy. You make more money from gambling if you pick the 1 or 2 games a Sunday you like.
Yeah.
When you bet the whole slate, it's usually not working out.
You think about the ages, right? Like 21 to drink. Like 21 is still kind of young, right? That's in the middle of college. But should we raise it to 25, 30? Should we? What is the exact age when somebody becomes responsible?
I'm sorry, I meant 21 for gambling too.
Yeah, well, but right, is that
in all fairness,
old enough?
In all fairness, though, to me being 46, I'm officially at the age now where I can't tell the difference between 18 and 25. I've hit that recently where I'm like, I don't know. He was like 26. They were 19 years old. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, it's very dramatic.
It's.
But I know 30-year-olds that they should be treated like they're 12 as far as like responsibility is concerned.
Well, it also depends how they look.
But how do you come up with the age to say, okay, I think this is finally when you're a man or you're an adult and you can make the right decisions? Like, just to decide, okay, you can vote at 18. You can drive at 17.
I think that age is set by whichever group is making the money off of what the habit is, whatever they can convince the government to do.
But
21, 18.
I would confirm that.
Where can we get the money? All right, well, how about let's work with this one? Let's get you to 21 on this one.
But what's also interesting is like you come up with these rules or these laws at a certain time, and then you never change them for 100 years, and you're like, well, 100 years ago you were considered kind of responsible at 18, but that's not the case anymore. You're like,
no, it's true.
You'd like to
18 now, not the
reevaluate
same.
this stuff. It's like you can get a driver's license, right? But you take the test, and you never take it again. So when I'm 80 and I'm driving, you have no idea if my skills have improved. Like, why am I still based on having this driver's license from 63 years ago?
That is a great question, Don.
Shouldn't things be reevaluated over time?
I've argued your license should be taken away on multiple occasions.
but you know what I'm saying?
No, it's
a
wild.
test that you passed at 17 is good for life.
Actually, you're right.
And people's lives are on the line because of that.
There should be like a
every 10
recurring
years?
every so often. You have to do it with your passport, right? You got to renew that. I do want to step in here, though. I know this is crazy, and talk a little sports because
whoa.
I know, what am I doing? I just saw something, and I thought for the two of you guys that have that Chiefs conspiracy feeling.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right? Both of you. Mm-hmm. Both of you tinfoil hats when it comes to the Chiefs.
I was told not to have that.
So the Colts are playing the Chiefs this weekend, right?
Big game Saturday.
Big game.
Some would say must win.
It feels like for the Chiefs must win. Mm-hmm. This was a game that even Booger's like, I don't think they're winning that game. He doesn't think they're going to wait. Yeah. Guess who just popped up on the injured report?
Uh-oh.
Don't say it.
For the Colts.
Oh,
DJ?
Yeah, DJ?
Of course.
No way.
Daniel Jones getting hurt?
Daniel Jones on the injury report?
Oh, you're such
Here
a
comes
bad
the Giants
guy.
fan.
You're such a bag.
You know what? You could almost say he's being that guy.
Yeah, you know what? Let's
That's
let's be honest. Anthony for so many things with regard to the Giants is that guy.
We always hear that calf injury just goes away usually. That's usually how it happens.
That guy. Great job, Alan. That guy Thursday is next, right here on Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York, and ESPN New York on YouTube as well.
Tonight, the 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm host Bucknell at Carnesecca Arena. Coverage begins at 6:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
The Fall Savings Event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spike Dade, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. If you're heading into Queens, across the Upper East River, stick with the Throgs Neck Bridge if you can. Whitestone Bridge, right at the end of the span. We've got a crash in the left lane. Traffic is not moving much there from the Bronx side. Heavy delays on the LIE eastbound getting into Nassau County. Long line of brake lights approaching Jericho Turnpike from right out of the Midtown Tunnel. Packed on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, bumper to bumper heading over to the West Shore from the Verrazano. Inbound Georgia, about 15 to 20 for the upper deck. No easy way to the outbound side, aside from the Henry Hudson. Second choice Deegan southbound. Pockets of slowdowns from the Mosholu. Outbound Lincoln will run you about 10 to 15. Outbound Holland 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
We all have that that one friend.
I'm talking about the yo-yos who set themselves on fire and bathe in pork and beans.
Or know that one person.
I'm here with my family.
Who can't help but be.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
That guy.
I didn't know it was banner night. We won't be out for that.
It's time for That Guy Thursday.
Hey, guys. Anyone want to play some ball?
With Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
He's just being that guy.
That Guy Thursday, one of the great intros on the program. And That Guy Thursday is driven by Ramsey Mazda.
Mm-hmm.
It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Choose what I want.
Donald, do you have a That Guy Thursday?
I'd like to go last with mine, if that's okay.
Oh,
okay.
All right, so that means
I'd like to start. Yeah, he doesn't have one. I'm going to start. That's what my move is in the morning for congratulations, you played yourself. Take your time. I'll be ready.
Everybody need to keep a cool booty, okay?
Thank you. I'd like to start. Well, by the way, sorry, I overheard. Did Stephen A. said that who should know Cam Newton's show?
Drake May.
Drake May, you want to hear the audio?
This is my thing.
I would love to hear it. Can I go ahead?
He's also a liar. First of all, let me tell you, it's not to brag, listen, Pardon the Interruption is the #1 show on ESPN spanning 20-plus decades. First Take is the #1 morning show, 13 years and counting. Don't tell me you an athlete and you don't know that. Don't tell me you an athlete and you don't know that Cam Newton ain't on the show. You lying. But a professional athlete performing because he in his feelings, because somebody might have critiqued him, or some weak-ass reporter or pundit on radio gonna ask the question out of context. They misquote Cam, all right, because like Cam said, he was talking about the Patriots, not him, and you gonna ask the question. Well, ask it accurately instead of misrepresenting Cam Newton. And if you're a player, how about knowing that, Drake May, you were at Carolina. We like what we're seeing from you now. We didn't see that last year in New England. We damn sure didn't see it in North Carolina. This brother right here is a national champion.
I mean, we didn't see it in North Carolina. Wasn't he like the third pick?
Yeah, I mean, some people saw it. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Let's just get the context. Get the context of this whole thing. Okay. Because that guy in this thing is really Cam. So, because Stephen A.'s defending his show as he should. Because Cam Newton was asked about the Patriots and Drake May and are they legit? And his response was he feels like they're fool's gold. And, of course, in New England, they can't handle that. So they were very angry about it.
I have Cam's response to that if you want.
Well, yeah, but let me just so Drake May was then interviewed and then asked, did you see? Because by the way, backstory: Drake May's idol growing up was Cam Newton.
Yes.
So saying Cam Newton says you're fool's gold is what was told to him, and he's like, he said it on this show, and Drake May, probably not knowing what to say in that moment, was like, I don't know what show he's on. I don't watch it.
Okay.
Like as if to say, like I didn't see it. I don't know what the show is. I don't know. What
By the way, he may also be telling the truth because Cam hasn't always been on First Take. He's kind of new to First Take.
Yeah, but this is
if you don't watch every day.
More recent though. But so anyway, that's what happened. And so because that was blown up as, I don't know what show he's on. I don't watch it. That's what turned into where Stephen A. got really angry about saying, how dare you say you don't know my show?
But he didn't say yours. If they said it's Stephen A. Smith's show, he would have went, First Take. They said Cam Newton's show.
Yeah, I don't have that interview that he did with the
But I'm just saying it would be logical if someone at this point goes, which show is Cam Newton from? Because he had a podcast for a long time that was getting a lot of traction.
Yep.
Oh, now he's on First Take. He's not the co-host of First Take. He's one of 10 co-hosts on First Take.
Mind you, I mean, the demographic for Drake May doesn't fit for First Take. He's 25 at least, maybe, and that demographic is about 41.
They don't watch that.
But I could tell you.
Yeah. So here's the full cut if you want to know. Okay. So he was asked about this was on EEI up in Boston. Of course it was, and he was asked about what Cam Newton said. He said the team's success was fool's gold due to its weak schedule, and Drake May's quote exactly was, "I don't even know what show he's on."
Okay,
that's what he said.
Which is 100% believable to me.
And Stephen A. took offense to it because he feels like everybody watches this show. Everybody knows what show he's on.
Drake May is 23 years old and in the NFL.
Yeah, and if
Sorry.
And if he knows anything, because listen, we've all been around sports, but Alan and I have been in, him with the NBA, me with the NHL. You know what's usually on in at least in the NHL, like the NHL Network will be on. Like the arena will put on the hockey. And they see it in passing. They I don't know if he's going home.
Most
he's
facilities
DVRing
have
these shows.
Most facilities don't have ESPN on in the morning when players are around the facility. It's on.
Sure, most.
NFL Network is on in like the
and they're
Jets
stopping and
Giants
watching it with sound.
Well, that's the thing. Is usually it's on like in the gym. You know when it's on in the gym and you don't know what's being said, so all you see are the word. Like
it's like the K show on in the bar.
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
see us. You don't know what they're saying.
So May said this much more. And this is where, again, if you're Stephen A., like he took offense to it, but he said, I think they get paid to make remarks and make certain comments, so I just worry about people in our organization think. I worry about what we think and what my teammates think. People are going to have different opinions. I'm just going to go out there on Sunday and worry about ourselves. That's all he said. So he really didn't say anything disparaging. All he said was, I don't know what show he's on.
But I don't think he's lying. I understand what Steven's trying to do because it promotes the show.
But why is Cam saying fool's gold?
No,
well, hold on, Cam. Well, here's Cam. Let's see if Cam is that guy. Here's Cam clarifying.
I need him, as in Drake May, to understand this. Now, being in this position as a member of the media, there's a lot of things that are not always done, and it's always this. Things can be taken out of perspective. Things can be taken out of context. Now, I did say the Patriots are fool's gold, and I'm going to stand on that. I was referring to the fact that it was a question that was asked. Does the AFC now go through the Patriots or New England? I said fool's gold. Why did I say fool's gold? Because there's not a soul in this beautiful gymnasium that will say they will take Drake May over a wild card winner in Patrick Mahomes, in Lamar Jackson. Drake May, respectfully, you're having a great season. But I also put Drake May in a position where it's like, yo, we don't really know, similar to Indiana Jones.
That's a much different statement than fool's gold. Fool's gold is a disparaging comment about a team saying that, that's like calling a team fugazi. That's what that's what they're saying. The Patriots are not fugazi. The kid is not fugazi. Now, to say, well, you haven't done it in the playoffs yet, so I will always take the other guys ahead of you who have been there, I get that. But to say fool's gold feels disrespectful.
Tom, so what? So what? If he wants to be disrespectful, be disrespectful. What's their record? 9-2, right?
8-2.
8-2.
9-2.
9-2.
9-2. Fool's gold. I don't think they're 9-2. Like, worthy of the conversation of that they can be a 1 seed, that the road's going to go through New England. Now, they could prove people wrong, but I don't think there's anything wrong with Cam Newton or anybody else saying, I think it's fool's gold. They'd had a very easy schedule. I don't know if they have the ability to beat some of the bigger teams with experience. We pretty much said the same thing yesterday on the air. But Alan, even if fool's gold is disrespectful, so what? They get paid to give opinions.
Okay, well, his response was, I don't know what show he's on.
So he's entitled to say that too.
Right. So
I don't think either side really needs to get upset about it.
Wait, so is there that guy here?
No, they're all that guy.
No, they're both that guy.
They're all being that guy.
Everybody's being that guy.
But
this
to me,
is man drama. And I hate man drama.
But to me, Drake May's less that guy because I do think it's 100% conceivable that he does not know Cam's on first take.
He doesn't know first take.
Right. So I don't
you serious?
No, that he doesn't know Cam Newton's on first
right.
take.
Well, that's the point, that he doesn't know Cam Newton's on first take.
If they said, do you know the show with Stephen A. Smith?
So Cam Newton, who is his idol, he has no idea that he's going weekly on a national sports show.
No.
Doesn't know.
He was his idol in 2015 when he was a baller. Not when he fell off a cliff as a player, put on a silly hat, and started screaming on TV every day. Why does Drake make
somebody that you idolized, you just suddenly stop following them?
I'm
no
not
idea what they're
in
doing.
the NFL. He's busy. He's got a team to 9-2 in the NFL. You think he's watching yo-yos like us talk?
We're not his idol. That's his idol.
I'm telling you. I don't know what Larry Bird's doing right now. I don't know what Mario Lemieux's doing right now.
That's a good point.
In fact, they could be nude together. I would have no clue.
You'd know.
Well, maybe that.
No, but you don't. But here's the thing. You're talking about you. But like, as a professional athlete, he was your idol when you were coming up. But now you're up. You're in the NFL. I mean, so, yeah, both can be true. He was my idol, but I don't follow what Cam Newton's doing anymore. I mean, that was back when I was a kid. Now I'm an NFL player. I'm focused on other things. You know, Alan, none of these guys even watch the sport they play.
That is,
they're bored by it. Like they just want to play their game.
Yeah.
You know, some of them, like Alex Rodriguez, would go home and watch the 10 o'clock games after his game was over because he just loved baseball. Derek Jeter didn't watch anything. You know, he loved to play the sport. He didn't love, following it. And I think a lot of guys, once all the work they got, especially as a quarterback, he probably just doesn't know.
So for That Guy Thursday, they're both being that guy, and this is man drama, which is pathetic.
Right.
Okay. Done. Don, you had one?
I mean, I don't know how it's not me. That's why I wanted to do it last. Not
You're
that I
that
didn't have
guy?
One.
Well,
Well,
but you
come
that
on,
guy.
think about it. I talked for 2 minutes off the air.
That's a good point.
Not realizing I was off the air.
Oh, that's a point.
And I fought Michael saying I talk 70% of the time.
We did.
And this confirms it. If
You did the
this
best
were a
you could.
trial, they'd show that video and Michael would say, you're witness counselor.
Yeah, it's over.
That's totally being that guy. I've got 2 other great hosts, and I decided to go on a 2-minute rant that was not heard, and it took me to glance over the it might have gone longer. What if the Comrex was under the table? What if the Comrex still said online, but I was offline? Would I have gone 5 minutes, 10? Totally that guy, and I apologize. It'll never happen again.
What's the better helpline? He might need that.
No, I don't need better help because
it sounds like he's. You got it out, which is good.
Yeah, first step is realizing there's a problem. Now I realize the problem.
This feels like Talk About It Thursday. This feels like a little bit of a Talk About It Tuesday on a Thursday.
No, but I was
calling
being
yourself
that guy. I was making it about me.
And if you take a look at the Halloween decorations, very similar. They're very, very fall-like.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And then went on for 2 whole minutes, not hearing or he. Good point, Don. Or
Nothing.
I heard nothing, and yet still thought it was fine.
Did you think we were being like?
No.
Like we were just like letting you go? Like
no. I thought
deferential. We were being deferential.
I thought worse. That's why I'm that guy. I thought you were completely captivated by what I was saying.
I was going to say, he just thought he was cooking that
I
much.
was cooking. I was Charlie Brown. Like, they all went into the stadium during the marathon. I went the wrong way, thinking I'm winning the race.
That's right.
I'm going 2-3 miles away from the finish line, thinking I'm winning, and not realizing I'm running away from the finish line.
Meanwhile, you're the guy that's muted on Zoom, just going on and on while the rest of us have a conversation.
You're muted. You're muted.
Don,
You're muted.
Don, just unmute. No.
This was Don.
Today is the first day of the rest of my life.
I'm very excited for you, Don.
Clown show.
That'll do it for That Guy Thursday. But listen, it could continue for the rest of the day. You can always give us your That Guy for this week. 1-800-919-3776. We're becoming that guy because we haven't picked up these phone calls.
We got to talk to
and we have broke a record today.
What'd you say?
We also broke a record today.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you when we get back.
We got Yankees calls, gambling calls, Giants calls.
You know what?
So many different things.
We got a Zach with an H.
We got a Zach with an H call.
All right.
We have Damien Woody at 5:30.
We have a Zach on H call.
We have Ian at 6 o'clock. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Tonight, the 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm host Bucknell at Carnesecca Arena. Coverage begins at 6:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings on Honda cars, trucks, and SUVs during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $239 per month, or the all-wheel drive Honda Ridgeline for only $289 a month. These clearance deals won't last long. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, $38.99 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Hey, it's Michael Kay, talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Don, you're going to love this story if you hate the Cowboys.
Okay.
So Calvin Watkins, who covers the Cowboys for the Dallas Morning News. So you remember when CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens were I think they had to sit out the first series in their last game, the Cowboys, right? They were punished for something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they both were, right.
Yeah.
So they got to the bottom of it. CeeDee Lamb explains that he and George Pickens missed curfew before the game in Vegas.
Okay. That
The
was
two
the
of
Monday night game, right?
Yes. The two of them were having dinner and a few drinks at Red Rocks. And there's been rumors that CeeDee Lamb was like seen throwing up in the casino and really wrecked.
That's not good.
He denied that. He said he was not throwing up. In fact, he said it's disrespectful to even suggest that. He said, I know how to hold my liquor. So night before a game, 2 wide receivers go out, have some drinks, right? And drink enough that you have to prove that you can hold your liquor. And then they miss curfew because they were doing such things. George Pickens remembers in the last year of his contract, they already paid CeeDee Lamb. They love what they're getting out of George Pickens in this offense.
Mm-hmm.
Buyer beware, though. The Steelers thought enough of him to say, he gone.
Yeah.
And they need skill players. So I'm like, I wonder, like in Dallas, and all its, I mean, that place is like Shangri-La. Like, can you imagine if they actually give him a contract that is, about the level of what he's giving them production-wise? That's buyer beware if you ask me. But what a story. Like, no. I wasn't throwing up. I can hold my liquor. That's disrespectful.
Right, so it wasn't even a case of, no, you were loaded.
Let's clear that up.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that was
not, we shouldn't have been out and we probably shouldn't have had drinks. No, I wasn't throwing up.
Well, and out till 7 in the morning.
But
right?
I missed the curfew. Yeah, we missed the curfew. But I wasn't throwing up, though. Oh, okay. As long as you weren't throwing up, that's good.
Wait, so there's a curfew. So the curfew is probably what, like 11 or 12?
5 a.m.
But, it's not 5 a.m.
Even if it was 5.
He shot it like 6-7 hours past curfew. Blew right by it.
On a game day.
Listen,
seriously?
I'm not in other sports, when, baseball 162, hockey and basketball 82, there's probably going to be sometimes certain cities where you're not at 100% going into a game, but you're battling for playoffs. You're playing November football. There's only 17 games to begin with. Now, I understand it's Vegas, and maybe they took them lightly, whatever, and they end up winning the game going away.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, which kind of just probably
tells you a lot
galvanizes
about
them.
Vegas.
But I don't know. I don't know how you can do that in the NFL. I mean, I just don't. I mean, there's only 17 games. It's not like they're tearing it up. It's not like they're 9-2.
But it also shows you those certain players who have great skill that you'll almost put up with behavior, but you got to be careful. And that's one, I'm telling you, that's one to watch. The Pickens thing is one to watch in Dallas. And that story right there, that's all you need to know. Now, again, I'm sure CeeDee Lamb was not, he wasn't dragged into this. But that's an interesting little insight into what happened there that goes along with,
Hey, listen.
But Abdul Carter, who claimed to fall asleep in the facility, at least he was in the facility.
Right.
We were condemning him, and all he did was fall asleep in the training room.
It's been a long time, but it's still the same owner, right? I mean, this is an owner that condoned the White House back in the day, where the party house for all the players. And you look at some of the guys that ran through Dallas, going back to even before Jerry Jones, Hollywood Henderson, and that it's always been kind of a rite of passage almost to be like a literal cowboy playing for the Cowboys and kind of doing what you want, breaking the rules. And the understanding was that you go out there and you perform. And if you perform, no harm, no foul. So to answer your question, if he performs and Dallas finds a way to get into the playoffs, they'll look past this.
Now,
if they don't and he doesn't perform well, it'll be a reason why they didn't bring him back.
Now, reading Namath's book, it's like we're laughing at this, and like that era, that was common, right?
Oh, Mickey Mantle.
Mickey, like that's what I mean. Like, so we get so. That's why I don't want to be a hypocrite and act like this is something where we're condemning the players, because this is a tale as old as time. And there was a time in sports where it happened commonly and players were fine, but now because everything's so much different and everything's so much bigger and more expensive, it's we want you to be a little more responsible because. We're paying you a lot more money than we paid them all those years ago.
I know, but maybe I'm being an enabler.
Go ahead.
Or an apologist, but like back in the day, there wasn't the same money.
That's what I was saying.
So again, it was still wrong to not be ready, and we have no evidence that there was a game that Joe Namath wasn't ready for.
We do actually. There was a game against Denver where
but you know what I'm saying.
He admitted
guys in the Hall of Fame. Mickey Mantle's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But the point is, if they wanted to blow off a little steam in those times, I guess now these players should be a little bit more buttoned up. In the era of social media, things get found out. You're making a lot of money. That it wasn't right in any era, but now it's really inexcusable, right? There's just so much to lose, so many other things you could be doing. I mean, what was Namath going to do? Go back to the hotel and watch a black and white TV, and at midnight it signed off?
Well, that's true too.
These guys got a billion things that they can do to keep themselves occupied.
Yeah.
How much other Pickens stuff has there been in Dallas?
Hasn't been a ton. He's been very good. That's the thing.
I know he's been
but
fantastic.
In Pittsburgh, again, Mike Tomlin had it with him.
Well, but let's just remember, Mike Tomlin has it with receivers.
It's Juju.
I've seen it up. And by the way, Juju's not even really a problem. And he got rid of Juju.
Yeah.
AB obviously lasted while he was great.
How'd that
was
work
enough.
out? Right.
That was the right thing to do.
Yeah, that aged well. But no, it's just like I said. It's just first of all, because we knew they were held out of a series. All right, why? So the fact that CeeDee Lamb then brought it to everyone's attention because he wanted to make sure. Listen, I'll tell you what happened because I don't want anybody thinking I can't hold my liquor. Like that was his motivation.
It's an important.
It's disrespectful to say I was throwing up.
Man, by the way,
you were out till 7 a.m.
And
the disrespectful part is the fact somebody said you were throwing up.
All right, we did say we would start getting some of these people we have, and let's take at least one or two.
Well, wait, Don has to pay off a tease. We broke a record.
Oh, Don, yeah, we broke the record.
Quickly.
Well, I'm going to give you that in just a second because I got to tell you about all the different reasons why you need to buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their savings, and their customer service.
That's 3 reasons.
During the More to Move You event, get 1.89% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred, or at least for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 financed. Ends 12/1/25. The record I think we set was the longest we've gone without talking about our agreed-upon open.
Yeah,
and I think that's phenomenal. And by the way, I don't want to do it. I want to go through the whole show.
I don't love the open. I didn't love it.
Well,
anyway.
no, none of us loved it. And I walked in from the bathroom, by the way, because we have very short breaks these days. And coming back from the bathroom, Allen's in the middle of another thing, and I'm like, oh, the Pickens CD thing. We never got to that either.
Yep.
No.
You know, because that is the one thing about doing a local sports show. You do so many different local stories, and sometimes you look up and you go, there have been a bunch of national things we just haven't gotten a chance to talk to. However, on the local front, Bobby wants to talk Giants. What's up, Bobby?
Hello?
Hey, buddy.
What's up,
what do you
Bobby?
got?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I just want to talk about the Giants, but before I get to that, Don, you said I haven't got the two of you guys very hard as usual. Don, you said Gronk is not a top 50 player. I think that's as crazy as you said when you said Montana is not as good as Rodgers and Elway. I mean, he's a top 15 offensive player, Gronk.
Well, no, now you're saying offensive player. Wait a minute now. I said top 50 NFL player. Now you're saying offensive
player.
He's not. No, but I said top 50 player of all time. No, he's not. Now, if you want to say offensive player, then maybe we can have a conversation, but not top 50 player of all time, no.
You can't name 15 better players than Gronk. He's the best tight end who ever played the game.
Wait.
They can't name 15 better players than Gronk.
You saying 50 or 15? You're saying 5-0.
5-0.
No, 1-5.
No, hold on. Let me hand you something.
Smoking dope.
No, that's not dope. But I want to be clear. When Don says dope in this case, he doesn't mean weed. He's talking heroin. You got to be on something intense.
You're saying that Gronk is one of the top 50? I'm arguing 50.
Wait,
like one of the top 15?
Yeah, you had me at 50.
That's an
I
argument.
I was trying in my brain to start making a case against Don's call.
I'm with Don that if it's offensive and defensive, he's not top 50.
Not top 50?
No, because that makes him one of the 25 best offensive players who ever lived.
Well, somewhere in that neighborhood.
In that neighborhood. No way.
What?
But he said top 15?
Name me a better tight end.
So what?
It doesn't matter, though.
It's not an important position?
Offensively, it wasn't important until 12 years ago.
Yeah,
Before
okay.
that, they were knocking people over and blocking. They were like the third best.
I don't know about all
They
that.
were the third best O-lineman. The big tight ends of the 80s were Mark Bavaro and Clint Didier. I'm not saying they weren't good, but
okay, I'm
they
sorry,
were not the
but
best
the
players
game is
in
still
the league.
the game is still the game, though, right?
No, it's still right. But
and
so
if
you're
you
telling me
now all of a sudden it's an elite position that every team has to have.
So you're saying you have the history of football now,
and he has changed the game
and
to
so
make
you've
the
got
tight end
picks.
position elite.
Oh, that's giving him too much credit,
You
by
think
the way.
so?
You're skipping over Gates and Gonzalez. There were other players doing
Gonzalez and Gates were the types of guys that started to turn and make people realize how important it was. Gronk perfected it.
Yeah, he had a physical freakishness.
You think Travis Kelce would be Travis Kelce without Gronk doing what he did?
I think Travis Kelce's more in line with Gates and Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Because
but the
Gronk
point
ran over people.
He was almost unguardable because of what you're saying. He had the physicality, he had the height, he had the size, he had the hands, he had the athleticism.
His
he had
hands were
everything.
okay.
And
His
he was
hands
clutch.
were okay.
Well, again, I am not going to sit here and disrespect Gronkowski.
No,
I'm
not
saying
about
that
football. We'll disrespect him talking.
You're telling me that there's only 14 players you would take ahead of him in the history of football?
I'm not saying 15.
Yeah, that was
well, that's why it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
that
even
was
50.
Boubange. All right, I'm completely with you on that.
Alan, you're forgetting something very important.
What?
Those former 24/7 guys, they got beef.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Peter's a former 24/7 champion. Gronk's a former 24/7 champion. He's got a little
So he's
little animosity.
Yeah. So okay. So
Just a little bit.
So then he's not really being honest, which I respect.
I think he's great. I think he's certainly in the argument for top 50. I don't guarantee to put him in though.
Okay.
I don't think
I
it's
was
a
trying
lock.
to make a case until I heard 15, and then I was
15
out.
15 was nuts.
Then I was out. And by the way, there goes another segment. Look at us.
We're rolling.
Look at what we're doing.
And I'll still stand by the fact that I think Joe Montana is not the best quarterback I ever saw. It's not even close. I mean, John Elway was better.
1-800-919-3776. All of this on the table and more. Happy Thursday. It's DHR.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. We're going to start off in Westchester County. Definitely want to stay away from the Springbrook northbound. Right before Jackson Avenue in Greenburg, it's a big collision. Only one lane is squeezing by. Traffic is at a standstill there from the Bronx River Parkway. Better off using northbound 87. No issues heading into the area. All of your approaches to the outbound George are packed. West Side Highway northbound. Delays go back into the 70s. Cross Bronx westbound just slammed from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George, not too bad for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln delays are building, all because of a broken down bus on the outbound Helix on the Jersey side. Going to run you close to a half hour. Outbound Holland will run you 30 to 40. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
Target brings more taste, more flavor, and more deals to your Thanksgiving table. Save big on affordable holiday crowd pleasers, like select elevated sides and appetizers from Good & Gather for only $4.99. Favorite day pies for a sweet finishing touch, also just $4.99. And don't forget, great tasting turkey for only 79 cents a pound. So many cravings, so many ways to save. Step into the holidays and elevate your Thanksgiving today. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
That's your ace.
5:03 in the big city. Why don't you ever do that? It's the one thing you don't do. You don't do the DJ thing. Yeah, but I copy it from you because I like it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's honoring you.
Yeah, I'm honoring you. That is imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right?
Yeah.
So I also like the sound of it, and it's consistent. But Peter is a guy that when he hosts,
I'm being that guy.
No, you're not being that guy. You're being you, which is, it's like you come in from segments just sort of like, hey. Like you walked in the room, as if you walked in the room and saw people.
Which is
time you just did.
Which is exactly. Sometimes all's in the can. Whereas it's so funny on Hot, it's the exact opposite. Ebro finds that if I ever take over anything, he thinks I'm like being Joe Radio Man. And I'm so not like that.
What do you do then?
It's just compared to him because he's so irreverent. Yeah, Ebro's is just so like
you don't do call letters, you don't do time, you don't do anything. You just start talking.
It depends. Like, I think things have changed, right? So I used to be very big on. I mean, listen, when I first started my career, guys, I had to start every single talk break with WPGC 95.5 always blazing at least 18 jams in a row. Every time I open the
That's stuck
microphone.
in your head now forever.
Oh, that never goes
You're
away.
You're never losing that.
So, but then as times have changed, and now the people who are listening to us, most of them are listening on the app. They're streaming. They're watching on YouTube. I don't always need to say it's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York because
that was, when I did,
they know what they chose.
When I did the national network for a while, like doing that, it's so like you have to keep saying.
I know.
And then you have to. It's like almost like blah, 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 ESPN Radio presented by Progressive Insurance. Blah, 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 blah. Like
our guest appear courtesy of the.
It's unreal.
I have to tell you. I'm going to tell you guys.
Why did you blur everything but the sponsor?
Me?
Progressive Insurance.
Well, it's just
I remember
you knew what the sponsor was.
I have to tell you guys. This is a little behind the scenes, and now we're going to truly
Lifting
get to the phone
skirt,
calls,
if you will.
So Alan was on that show. You and
Keyshawn J. Will. Yeah,
it was you, Keyshawn, and Jay Will at some point. And what era was that?
That was the KJZ before Max era.
And then you were the.
I was the Z.
You were the Z.
Yeah, the Z was
Zubin.
He got sick,
and he got sick and took off,
and then
you came in.
So I did for 5 months.
For 5 months. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
5 great months of your life.
Man.
So at some point, and what year was that again? You said pre-pandemic?
No.
Post-pandemic.
Wait.
Yes, post, because they ended up hiring Zubin.
Yes,
so
post-pandemic.
So prior to Zubin being hired, I was in conversations about that seat. Had the meeting at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But keep this on the low, kid. Just keep this quiet. Keep this quiet. Here we're going to see, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly what's going on. My marriage had just ended. I'm lost, trying to kind of figure out what's next. I'm just rolling with it, trying to see where I land. If I had gotten that job, guys, I would have been the first person to drop dead on the air. I mean, it would have been between how early you have to be there to do the national radio, and then the amount of stuff that it includes before just getting to be a radio guy. I wouldn't have made, and it would have burned me out, and I would have been fired and left ESPN. It would have been the end of me.
Either that or Evan Willner, who was the producer, would have murdered you.
Right. So either way, I'm dead.
Because there's no way you two would have worked.
It wouldn't have worked. That's not me. I even though I'm a good broadcasty guy, the accoutrement that comes with that job.
Oh no, we were there. Yeah, we were. I would leave my house at like 4:20 a.m.
4:20.
Yeah,
that's no way to live.
No,
it's not for me.
4:20 is the way to live, but not.
Not that.
AM.
No, now you're talking hour. That's our 4:20.
Yeah.
See, now I'm where I'm supposed to be with our people. All right, 1-800-919-3776. Somehow now we've gotten into his Gronk, a top 50 player. We're talking CD and George Pickens. So many different things. But since we're mixing it all up, Justin wants to ask a Yankee question. Justin and Florham, what's up?
What's up, guys? I think Brian Cashman's taking whatever that last call was. How do you give Trent Grisham $22 million? Are you out of your mind?
When you think he's not going to take it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that they offered him the qualifier as if to protect themselves, right? Like they don't want to lose him, and because you
to say we're offering him something.
And you figure he's in his prime. What is he? 30, 29?
Right.
So you're probably thinking like he's probably going to get look for a bigger contract. He's probably not going to take it. But we'll put it out there anyway. And then he took it, and they were like, oh, he took it.
Yeah, he misread the room. He did.
That's got to be it, right, Don?
Well, he did. He thought, all right, then he's going to go sign someplace else. Of course he's going to try to get a bigger contract.
20
and then
million.
he realized something that everybody else in the world realized a long time ago. This was a career year.
Yep.
This was probably an aberration. And now they –
Well, look at the playoffs. Did the playoffs prove it?
Well, I think everybody looked at that and said that this is an aberration, or it wasn't going to work in other places. But the fact remains that they still are going to be able to re-sign Bellinger. But I just want to know what happens to Dominguez and Jones.
Yeah, that's a bigger. Isn't that a bigger issue?
More so Jones, because Jones is going to be 25 in May. Blank get off the pot at this point.
They had to rule 5 him. They had to put him on the roster. Because they would have lost him.
But you're landlocking all the things that they try not to do with Volpe. Right? We don't want to bring anybody in because we want Volpe to play. Well, are you doing this? Are you taking the slings and arrows because you know Jones isn't going to work? That you know Dominguez isn't going to work? Like that, then you could defend Brian Cashman because maybe he doesn't want to say it because we've seen that Dominguez has some holes. Jones strikes out way too much. Even for the Yankees, he strikes out too much. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you're going to be 25 years old in May, I believe. And you're still down to the minor leagues. At some point, it's not going to happen. And is that the unspoken thing with this organization, that these two highly coveted outfield prospects are not all that? And that maybe Grisham is somebody that they think has a future here more so than that, because then it would age better. But if these guys end up becoming what they think, you're landlocking them. Even for a year, you're doing it.
I just look at it as, you're trying to be careful with your roster. And they probably thought that he thinks he can get multi-years because of his age, and he probably wants to strike. And I don't know who represents him, but whoever represents him said to him, "You're never getting $22 million like this. Take it.
Yep.
Take it, and we'll worry about it next year. Just take it, prove yourself one more year, and then you'll really get paid. But if you don't prove yourself this year, that's $20 million in your pocket. You're never going to see that."
Let's keep things going and go to Adam in New Jersey. What's up, Adam?
Hey, fellas. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure.
And the gambling piece. So when Class A originally got suspended, my buddies and I, who were all baseball addicts, were figuring, why would anybody risk a contract that big for something so petty? Maybe, for example, somebody threatened his family in his home country or something like that, which is still a possibility. Mm-hmm. And it turns out he really is that big an idiot. But that said, somebody's got to go to the ownership, and they've got to go to the betting sites and say, no more individual player prop bets. I don't care how much money is involved. The integrity of the game is more important.
You know what, Adam? That's something that I'm surprised right now isn't something that the league commissioners get together. They all have partnerships, and they all just decide because, one league doing it separate, the sports betting sites can say, well, nobody else is doing it. We're not agreeing to it. But if all four, especially football, but there's so much
basketball too.
But props in football are monstrous. But you gotta go. Like if they unite and say, look, there's a lot of things that we're fine with, spreads, all the other, but some of these parlays and props is detrimental to our players.
But not only that, Alan, you said this earlier. It would be such an incredible shame if, God forbid, they made that change after something bad happened to a player. Or someone were harmed.
Well, before it's too late.
Yes.
Totally.
You get ahead of this. Protect your player's safety.
I don't know
because
why.
There's too much pressure. Don, you could have a player. His number. He needs to get 9 rebounds. He gets 8 rebounds, and something happens. Like protect the players.
I agree, but there's a reason they're not doing it, and I wonder how much the networks have to say about this. Because let's face it, the prop bets are what keep you engaged in blowouts. If the game's 30-0, you might stay with that game because you need another sack or you need another reception. You talk to people that are in the gambling world that they're living on that. I stayed with that game because I needed CeeDee Lamb to get one more catch, and even though the game was over, and normally I would go to bed, turn it off, but I stayed engaged in that game. When you watch even the regionals, guys, with the reads, like the prop bets, I think keep people in the game that normally might check out of the game. So I don't know if they have a major say, but could it affect the ratings, guys, of a blowout game?
Point. It's a good point. Now, listen, I don't know what kind of numbers that's affecting for local basketball, stuff like that. But in terms
maybe not
of like
locally, but nationally, for sure.
TNT and ESPN game, that your people are sticking around in the fourth quarter in a 30-point Laker blowout because they want to see if Bronny gets over 7 points. Mm-hmm. It's possible. Let's go to Q in Bridgewaite. Hey, what's up, Q?
Where's Bridgewaite?
Bridgewater.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we cut off the R, and that makes more sense.
But that was a good guess.
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Good.
Hey, so I'm calling to chime in on the Gronk conversation. There's absolutely no way Gronk is a top 50 player of all time. And my support behind that is, if we list the top 50 players of all time, we probably get about 15 quarterbacks, 10 running backs, and maybe about 15 wide receivers. We're at 40, and we haven't mentioned Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, and Neil Smith yet. So there's no way he cracks that list.
No.
Top 3 tight end of all time, though, I give him that.
Well,
and that's
even that's interesting because everybody's going to look at the stats, right? But would Ozzie Newsome put up these kind of stats if he played in this era? One of the best underrated tight ends, Jay Novacek, was amazing with the Cowboys. He could block, he could catch. But, he had other weapons on that team, so they didn't need to throw him the ball as much. The one thing about the Patriots, guys, is they never, outside of Randy Moss, never had any real big-time targets. It was all about Tom Brady. And let's not forget he's got one of the greatest quarterbacks, if not the greatest quarterback, throwing the ball to him. But let's not respect the guys or disrespect the guys in other eras. You don't think that Gonzalez or Gates could have put up those stats in a more wide-open NFL?
With the best best quarterback in the world.
I'm looking at a top 50 right now that has Gronkowski at 43.
Who's top 50?
I don't know. It's just lineup.
Pats.com?
Yes.
Right. Boston Globe.
WEEI. Yeah. No. It's lineups.
No shot.
.com. This was done in September.
All right. Give me some.
I'll give you the top 10. Brady, Rice, Peyton, Brown, Sanders, LT, Montana, Manning, Moss, Reggie White.
And who are some of the names after 43?
Oh, that's a good question, Don.
Okay.
See, you're smart.
There you go. You want to go? You want to go?
You see what
there?
he did?
By the way, he's not the first tight end listed. Just so you know.
Oh, really?
Gonzalez. Larry Fitzgerald is after him. Urlacher, Tarkenton, J.J. Watt, Palomalu, Derek Brooks, and Singletary has 50.
If you had a choice, J.J. Watt. Oh my God.
That's tough, though. I mean,
again, I'm not disrespecting him. And again, if you want to. It's not the end of the world for me, but is the second greatest tight end of all time based on what? Just because he won and the stats?
He led the NFL in touchdowns in 2011 with 17.
Right.
He had 90 receptions that year, which for a tight end is pretty insane.
It is
However,
insane.
That wasn't most years, guys. Most years he was hovering around, more closer to 70 receptions, which is still a really big number. But you're not talking about him becoming a top receiver in the league. He never led the league in receiving yards or anything like that. He had the 1 year leading in touchdowns. Listen, he was a very dominant player, and to your point, Don, he had the best ever throwing him the rock,
right?
And he was the biggest offensive stud besides Moss he ever had. I mean, I'm sorry, him getting targets over Troy Brown and Deion Branch doesn't say that much.
So when you look at and I don't know if you want to punch up Jay Novacek's numbers and look at me defending a Cowboy, but they had Michael Irvin and
they'll be
Harper,
disappointing
Emmitt
numbers.
Smith. Right, but I'm saying is that all I know is he was so clutch and he could do so many different things, but he was not the number one target. And most of the time, you weren't the number one target, right? I mean, what about Sharp?
It's a great point. He doesn't get enough credit for the beginning of changing the position.
I agree.
And listen, when he got in Denver, but in Baltimore, he's got Trent Dilfer throwing him.
All right, now Shannon Sharp ups the number. He gets closer to Gronk-like numbers.
So the 100th anniversary all-time team, right? They did top 100.
Okay.
The NFL. And Gronk's not in the top 100.
Not top 100. What year?
By the way, player 100 is Joe Namath.
What year did they do that? Sorry, what year was the 100-year anniversary?
When they did. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is 2010, so of course he wouldn't be on it. Never. Look, it's a Wikipedia. It popped up. I read it. Now I'm looking at the date.
No, that's worse than Sauce from Yonkers.
What was?
Yeah, no, well, listen.
Wikipedia got you, man.
Oh, yeah.
It happens quick. It happens quick.
Well, I just look. You're trying to find a list here. I'm trying to add to the show.
Now, you were born in Yonkers. How long did you stay in New York?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Who, me is the best part because you're interviewing him.
Who else would it be?
I just want
not you.
I got to tell you, I am sure now all the things that have happened to him, and now he's in Indianapolis. I bet you if we saw him, he probably remembers that.
Hey, remember the day after you were drafted when some yo-yo thought you were from Yonkers?
So, all right, Ranker has one that was done like a month ago.
Okay.
All right.
Where do they have them?
Brady, Rice, Sanders. I'm doing the top 10. Brown, LT. It's all very similar. Walter Payton.
They have Sanders at 3?
Did I say Barry Sanders?
Yeah, Barry Sanders 3 all time. Wow.
Jim Brown, Lawrence Taylor, Walt Payton, Randy Moss, Dion at 8, Joe Green, 9, and Dick Butkus.
This is an interesting list.
10. So then we go. Let's keep going here.
You know something that you may not know that blows a lot of people's minds when they hear it? Dick Butkus never played in the postseason. Did not play.
Was that like because
playoff game? Because they sucked.
Yeah,
but you think of the Bears and you think of him and you think, oh, he must have been on some great team. No, he came into the league after they were already after '63 when they weren't good. And just not one playoff game.
Do you ever think about would his life have been better if he would been named Butt Dickus? Like, which is worse when you think about it? The Dick Butkus
I
or
know,
Butt
but
Dickus?
Butt is not a first name.
Yeah.
Right, sure.
So you would say there's something going on there.
And it's
That's
also
a wacky
his
family.
first name's probably Richard, I'm sure.
Yeah, Richard Butkus. That is
But
something.
doing that to your kids.
But no, you know what? What's amazing about him?
All right, Tony Gonzalez 45 on this. So there's your
my
Gronk.
dad, when my dad played football,
Gronk. Aaron Rodgers 50.
The teams weren't sponsored; the players were. So my father was sponsored by a flower shop, and I'd say that must have been embarrassing. He goes, "No, I loved it because the other team would make fun of me and would get me mad, and I'd just want to destroy them." Butkus sounds like a guy that, you know what, I'm going to go by Dick because people are going to make fun of me, and I'm just going to destroy. He could have probably went Richard, but you know what? He goes, I want to be that guy. Have you seen, like, highlights? He was the first showman. Like, he would spike the ball in your face. He'd shove when he have an interception, he'd shove it in the other guy's face.
Yeah.
He was being that guy by going by Dick.
He shoved it in that guy's face.
Right in his face.
Oh, yeah. This is wow. Wow.
So much was said in that segment.
So much.
Just in a different order. It was said in a different order.
But we
I'm
can
thrown off the air.
No.
Editing, however, can help us put it in the right order.
No, it's in the order.
If that were to happen, who gets suspended? Me or the person that edited it? I think it should be the person.
Well,
behind the
no,
scenes.
nothing you said was not legal.
No.
It was just suspect. You know, that's all I can say.
It was sus.
Let's go to Dave in Queens. What's up,
Hi,
Dave?
I'm laughing.
Good. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do here. Entertain. I love it.
Go, but Dickus.
But
what's funny? But Don following
That used
up
to be a character.
with "Go by Dick" is one of the best things.
No,
I've heard
it was a moment in time.
Okay, let's get it together. Hey guys, I called about 2 months ago. We spoke a little bit about the gambling. See the transition. We spoke a little bit about the gambling back then, and I made the comment how it might be more regular for you guys because you do the reads. It's part of your life compared to the regular folks out here. And I'm glad that Don said earlier, because I was thinking about it also like a month ago. I didn't really get the whole suspension Pete Rose thing growing up as a kid. Like, they say this guy's so great. He did one thing, he can't go in all of them. I get it now as an adult, and especially now trying to normalize it. I think I don't really like the part of the conversation where it's like, why would, these guys with so much money, XYZ, they're human beings, right? So whether they're doing this or something else suspect or society doesn't accept, they have that same money. A lot of stuff is at risk. Let's choose a simpler example. Why would they cheat on their wives when, the state might give them half of their money instead of divorcing their wife and moving? Like, they're human beings, so they're going to do human things, and whoever they are as people may or may not manifest and bubble to the top as a result of just being a person, not how much money they do or don't have. And just really quickly, I have one question that I want to ask you guys personally, and I hope your job and what you do doesn't really affect your potential answer, but do you find it weird that big-name guys in particular...
The Epstein files. No, sorry, continue.
No. Big-name guys in particular, like LeBron, promote a product with the smile on their face and the brand that they are that essentially is built on people losing money to stay like for the lights to stay on at these buildings. People have to lose money in droves.
I don't think you're crazy saying that, Dave. I've always
to promote that.
You know that commercial that he does, that LeBron does with Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
I do find that strange.
You mean how rich they are, and it's like, hey, go lose your money?
Well, not that.
Yeah, which part?
The part of, I'm an athlete who plays a professional sport you can bet on, and you should bet on it. And me. Even though they're doing football in the commercial, because it obviously would be really wrong for them to do NBA stuff, but there is something a bit
weird
odd to that.
That the athletes are the ones promoting it.
You know what
and
I mean?
I like it because it takes the hook off of us. So, yeah, I agree.
But
athletes shouldn't do this. Radio hosts, I think it's fine.
We should be the only ones doing it.
But in all seriousness, it is weird. You're not wrong.
It's weird, but how hypocritical would it be to say, well, we don't want our athletes doing it, yet the face-off and the dasher board 5 feet away is a
because
spot
they're
for gambling.
because they're the objects being bet on.
I know.
They shouldn't be promoting it. Kevin Hart can promote it because he's somebody that watches the sport and cares about the sport. But no, you don't find that to be a little odd that
I hear you.
Like,
I
former
find
athletes,
it all odd.
okay, but current?
It's part of, if they're going to do a liquor ad.
But it's not. Don, what he's saying is
he's not a bartender.
They are the product.
He's the product.
They are the product, and they're saying, bet on us.
Bet on me.
It is a little weird. We don't want the athletes to be involved in the betting, that shady business, but them being the ones to say, hey, come on, come do it.
Come bet on us.
It's a little weird.
I hear that.
It's a little, now, real quick, we got a break because we have the great Damien Woody coming up, but I also need to call Don on the carpet for something.
I love it.
And when I do this, I actually think it's a new segment that we could do on the show.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think it's a segment we could do on the show where at a
Don
certain,
on the carpet?
Not just Don. When any one of us says something that the rest of the group has time to think about it, that you bring it back up and go, maybe you need to own that this was just dead wrong. You said something, but you were dead wrong.
All right.
That's next, along with Damien Woody right here on DHR.
Tonight, the 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm host Bucknell at Carnesecca Arena. Coverage begins at 6:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250. And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Looks like we've got something brewing on the Grand Central eastbound in Queens. Just came to a dead stop over by City Field and Northern Boulevard. Delays are starting to back up across the Triborough onto the Bronx and Manhattan legs. All of your approaches to the outbound George are jammed. Best of it, Henry Hudson. Second choice, West Side Highway northbound. You're bumper to bumper there from the 79th Street Boat Basin. Inbound George about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln about a 20 to 30 minute ride. They picked up that broken down bus on the outbound Helix on the Jersey side. Outbound Helen going to run you 30 to 40. Over in Jersey, 287 southbound crawling toward River Road and Piscataway. Crash out there. Delays go back into Bridgewater. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, Groin and Body Trimmer, and the Chairman Plus Face Shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
It's Thursday. It's 5:30. That means Damien Woody and his report brought to you by Bet365. D. Wood, Don Hahn Rosenberg. How you doing, man?
I'm good, fellas. How you guys doing?
Well, it's getting late, man. It's getting late early. It's second half of November, and we were talking about it earlier in the show. You don't want to say must win, but we're getting to where there's teams that just can't afford to lose. You know, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Buffalo right now. You know, when you look at some of the games that are lined up here, who are some of the teams you circle and say, man, they need to win this week?
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Chiefs absolutely need to win. I mean, you're sitting at 5-5. The division is, to me, is out of reach. I think Denver, with that win over Kansas City last week, they basically clinched the AFC West, in my opinion, with the way they're playing. But if you're Kansas City right now, it's getting late early. I mean, you're sitting at 5-5, and you look at some of these teams in the AFC that you're competing with. You know, you have the Chargers. The Chargers are 7-4 on their bye week. I know they're dealing with some injuries and stuff, but this Kansas City Chiefs team, think about it. Last year they were on top of the world winning these one-score games, and this year they're 0-5. So they're not able to finish games on either side of the ball, and we're not seeing Patrick Mahomes create those spectacular plays that we've been accustomed to seeing. So this Chiefs team absolutely needs to win this week.
Buffalo plays tonight. It's amazing to see them in second place in the AFC East, isn't it? Like, I know these are your Patriots and all, but what they have done this year at 9-2 definitely opens up a lot of eyes. I don't want to start any ESPN on ESPN crime here, D. Wood, but Cam Newton is quoted as calling this start so far for the Patriots as, quote, fool's gold. Do you see it as such? Is there still more to prove in New England, or do you see them as a legit candidate, as a legit contender at 9-2 already?
Oh, they're definitely legit. They're definitely a legit team that can come out of the AFC. They're extremely well. And listen, Cam and I, we've been battling for weeks because about, 5 weeks ago, I was already on the Drake May as a top 5 quarterback, and we had been going back and forth on First Take, and Cam was just like, no way, no way. And I just every week just kept coming to him like, you need to pay attention. Drake May is Drake May right now is an MVP candidate. He's one of the leaders as far as winning the MVP this year. And so this Patriots team, they're well coached. Mike Vrabel, former coach of the year with Tennessee, and he's doing it again in New England. And Josh McDaniels. I mean, think about this if you're in New England. Like, this is such a luxury for Drake May to have Josh McDaniels, because guess what? You're not going to lose him for a head coaching opportunity again. So now, a young quarterback, he's going to have his offensive coordinators, presumably for years to come. So New England's not going anywhere, and Buffalo has a huge game tonight against this Houston Texans team, and that defense is real.
Yeah, we're just looking up and down here, D. Wood, throughout the day at the other games that are out here of quote unquote must win. I've been noticing that the Cowboys seem to keep getting mentioned as like, it's a tough spot for Kansas City to be on Thanksgiving. Am I crazy for not buying into it? I'm sorry. I see them pop up for a good game here or there, usually against a bad team, but I'm not buying it with the Cowboys. Where are you at?
Well, I mean, listen, they were playing the Raiders. Okay, so, listen, they played what obviously we saw Q put on one heck of a performance against the Raiders, but now you're going up against the quote-unquote big boy. Now you're going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, the king of the division, the number one seed in the NFC right now. And so if you want to make a statement, go win this game. Go win this game against Philadelphia, because quite honestly, Dak Prescott and company have had success against Philadelphia before. So if you want to dispel some of the naysayers, go win a game against the defending world champions.
Now, Kafka made his debut on Sunday. Same old, same old. They lost a game, blew a fourth quarter lead. But did you see anything different between him and Dable?
Well, I mean, for me, I just look at the little things like game management type thing, and obviously, you wouldn't. The biggest thing is you don't have to worry about Jameis going out there and putting themselves in harm's way as far as running the football and getting concussed and stuff like that. So I think that was a difference. But listen, at the end of the day, man, it's the same old song, right? We've talked about it. If you want to go out here and want to be a guy that impresses upon the ownership, you got to finish these games. The game was there to be had, and you couldn't finish the game. There's too much good personnel for the New York Giants to be in this situation seemingly every week. And so when it's in the margins, coaching matters, and they keep falling short.
When you watch Jameis play, was there a part of you that thought, why wasn't he ever playing? Because Russ, we saw from almost the very first game. Yes, he did have the one game against the Cowboys where he lit it up, but every other game, and the Cowboys' defense was garbage back then, but every other game, he looked like a guy that was a shell of himself. And they never went to Jameis Winston. Even when Dart had to come out of games, it was Russell Wilson who was the backup. Did you ever, when you were watching Jameis, did you say, wait a minute, why wasn't this guy playing?
Yeah, I did many a times. Because listen, the one thing about Jameis, we know the roller coaster that is Jameis Winston. You're going to get some spectacular plays, and you're always going to get some awful plays as well. But that's what makes watching him so intriguing and exciting, to be honest with you. But listen, the one thing about Russell Wilson that everyone has been mentioning anyway was, his lack of athleticism. That was one of his main carrying cards throughout his career, was his escapability, getting outside the pocket, and the deep ball. Well, that's clearly not his game, and once you take that away from him, quite honestly, he's not a starting quarterback. And so for me, I always thought, put Jameis in the game. Jameis is going to push the ball down the field. He's going to make things happen, and you got to take the bad with the good. But at least he's going to push the ball down the field.
Yeah, I felt the exact same way all year. I did not understand what we were seeing and why they were keeping Russell Wilson when he wasn't given the chance to win or compete. Honestly, Damien, late in games. One selfish question. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't asked one in at least 2 weeks. So a quick one. Do you think that the Commanders should consider playing Jayden Daniels again if he's available, or you just keep this kid on the shelf all year?
Well, I mean, listen, as a player, we never think about, being put on the shelf. Just look at Joe Burrow. Look at how much of the conversation was. Why would Joe Burrow come back and play? Well, guess what? He actually might play this week.
He wants to.
Right, exactly. So
right, and they're likely not going on a run.
No, they're 3-7.
Yeah, they're 3-7. It's probably over.
Right. Yeah, but but my point is, players, we like this whole notion of tanking or what, just kind of folding up shop. That's just not in our DNA. A player wants to play and be out there with his teammates, and so I think at some point, if he comes back and he's healthy, he's going to want to go out there and play.
Yeah.
No, D-Wood, normally games between 2-8 teams are not interesting to anybody, right? But for some reason, I'm riveted to Browns-Raiders. For one reason only. First of all, because I'm obsessed with quarterbacks, because here in New York we don't have one, with the Jets at least. And Shedeur Sanders is going to get his first start. Am I crazy? Am I crazy to just be curious to see, is there something there that if the Browns don't see it, maybe somebody else, another team might see it?
Well, I will say this. There will be, for 2-8 teams, there are going to be a lot of eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
And you best believe come Monday morning, when I'm on Get Up, we're going to be talking about Shedeur Sanders, in that game. And so, but that's the celebrity that he brings. And so the intriguing part is, okay, going into last week when he had come off the bench, he had no first-team reps. The offensive linemen were talking about they never heard his cadence. That's not going to be the case this week. Mm-hmm. He's getting all the reps. The game plan is going to be catered towards him. He'll be able to have input as far as the play calling, what the things he likes, things he don't like. So this will be the first time that we'll get an opportunity to see Shedeur Sanders like in the truest of form, preparation, everything, and then, hey, listen, he's going up against this Rays defense. This Rays defense is awful. And so if he goes out there and it just looks more the same of last week, then, that's going to be an indictment on Shedeur more than anything.
We had an incident during the Giant game where Abdul Carter didn't play the first series because reports were he was asleep at the facility, missed the walkthrough. There's been lateness throughout his rookie year, and he's denied it. As an organization, Woody, how far do you go to support a player? Like, if it is not true, do you have to come forward and back him? If you're Kafka, do you let it go? Because a lot of this stuff, even though he's the one that sat him down, a lot of these things happened under Dable. How far do you go to support a player when something like that happens?
Well, we all know that talent buys you a long leash. I mean, that's just the way it is in anything, whether you talk about pro sports or any other field. So a guy like Abdul Carter, who's immensely talented, I think the biggest thing from this is where's the leadership in the locker room? It's not the coach's job to police and do all this stuff with the player. That's really the locker room's job. Coaches have enough on their plate, game planning and all the other stuff that comes with being a coach. It's really the job of the guys in the locker room to kind of, police the locker room, wrap their arm around the guy, and get this guy, going in the right direction. And so I just look at leadership directly within his position group. Where are you at, Brian Burns? Where are you at, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence? All these guys, these vet guys, like, where are you guys at? Wrap your arms around this young man. If that's the case where he's been late and all those type of things, it should be up to those guys to make sure that he's held to a certain standard.
I asked this of Booger McFarland earlier in the week. I want to ask you as well. We have teams on the bubble. I know earlier we talked about these must-win feel that is now coming into play here later in the year, but I'm going to give you a choice. You got to pick one. All right, in the AFC, there's 3 good teams that are on the bubble. All right, the Texans, the Chiefs, and the Ravens. They're all 5-5. If you had to take all that money you earned in your career and put it on one team and one team only,
you know who he's saying,
to get in, who is it?
I'm going Ravens.
Wow, also Ravens.
See?
Yeah.
That's what Booger said.
I'm going Ravens.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I'm going Ravens. I'm going Ravens because I look at first you got to look within the division, okay? So, respectively to the AFC West and the AFC South, you got the Colts, and then you have the Denver Broncos. Neither one, Kansas City and Houston, they're not winning their respective division. Baltimore has a shot to win their division. They just got to keep winning. And as this defense continues to improve, and Lamar is Lamar, and Derrick Henry and all that, I'm just not a believer in the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm just not. I just think
it's a good point.
They're a flawed team. I think Aaron Rodgers is flawed at his advanced age, and I think at some point soon, the Baltimore Ravens are going to overtake the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is why D. Wood's the guy. Because the real answer, because to me where you summed it up is it's not about the quality of the football team, it's about the path there.
Yep.
And the idea of catching the Steelers, because you're right, the Chiefs ain't catching anybody. They can hope to get on the wild card. They're not catching the Broncos. Whereas, the Steelers seem to be heading the wrong direction. That's a very strong call by you, sir. Did you have any issue, Damien, with the Scadaboo situation, or you think it was much ado about nothing?
I mean, look, bro, you had surgery about 3 weeks ago, where your foot was pointed in the opposite direction. Like, let's chill out. No one's saying you can't enjoy yourself and have a good time, but let's just be smart, okay? Like, you got everything in front of you. We got to make sure we're smart. All that pushing and all that type of stuff. Let's just be smart out there, man. That's all I got to say about it.
So you're talking like a guy that would give him the right advice, like a leader that would pull him aside, because we all know at 23, like we know when we were 23, what would we have done? We'd been right there doing it. Yeah,
listen, at 23, I was doing stupid stuff. So I'm not gonna sit here and admonish the young man because I've been there, done that. All I'm saying is, look, you have everything in front of you. Let's just make smart decisions. Be smart about it.
Right. So somebody should have said that,
but just be smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't eat 100 buffalo wings today.
No, I can't even believe I did it before.
Yeah, your body's probably saying no, but your mind's also saying
he might want to eat 100 buffalo wings, but he can't do it.
I don't even know if he wants to do that anymore. But on that note, listen, we're not going to talk to you next Thursday because it's Thanksgiving, so we want you to have a great Thanksgiving with you and your family.
Yeah, man, we appreciate
you
every
week,
week,
on the other
buddy.
end.
All right, sounds good. You guys enjoy the holiday as well.
Thanks, man.
You would.
That's Damien Woody, and the Damien Woody Report is brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Now, I'm never anxious to let D Wood go because I enjoy the segment, but I'm really curious about the tease that Peter
Oh,
had
yeah, baby.
before D Wood.
Oh, yeah, I'm calling Don to the carpet.
Oh, I love it.
And also, by the way, is there any bigger, like, in terms of just tone, could there be any bigger difference between our two football guys, Booger and D Wood? Like, Booger's sound is, I hate you. Let's finish this up.
Yeah, let's get
Ask
this
me
over.
the questions, morons.
I don't want to.
Damien's like, hey, man, you guys all want to hang after the show? Like, the tone is just so different.
Completely different.
And I'm not saying they don't like
They're
us
both good.
equally. Yeah, they're both good. They may like us equally.
I actually think
just
they
mean
probably
tone.
have equal disdain.
Maybe.
You just can't tell. One guy's
But one
hides
guy-
a lot
a better actor.
That's exactly right. All right. After this, I'm calling Don out, and we're taking your calls right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Tonight, the 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm host Bucknell at Carnesecca Arena. Coverage begins at 6:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and $12,125.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damien Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
The fall savings event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Hahn Rosenberg on ESPN New York. Maybe you're watching on the old YouTube, the ESPN New York YouTube.
Do you ever watch YouTube?
Channel. We hope you're with us. We enjoy you greatly. We enjoy entertaining for the people. Mm-hmm. Now, Don, I said I had something to call you on the card before. And that's saying it a bit harshly.
Okay.
Let me be more specific.
Okay.
You're not wrong. I can't say that you're wrong with what you said.
Okay.
I can just say I'm going to describe it as this: a strange pull.
I like that.
When we were talking about great tight ends, players who changed the game, took it to a different level, Don brought up Jay Novacek.
Yeah.
And I was almost like, did he mean Jason Witten? Novacek
was good too.
No, Novacek was good. He was good. But he wasn't even close to the category of guys we were talking about.
Because I was trying to give an example.
A wrong
guy
example.
that I believe was a great clutch tight end. But because there were so many Hall of Famers on the team and the era didn't really focus on the tight end, like I think if you put Jay Novacek at the same time as Gronk, I believe he could have excelled. Maybe not to the level of Gronk, but I think he was a terrific, underrated tight end who did so many things well, but was underappreciated because you had Emmitt Smith and you had Michael Irvin and you had Harper. Like there were so many great players that. But I want support from Cowboy fans. If you were like anti-Cowboy like me, who hated them, that was a guy that he always 3rd and 7 would catch it right.
That's why
7.5 for a first down. And all I'm saying is that. You're never going to appreciate guys like that because now with the kids, they'll look at the numbers and say, well, that's obviously we throw him away. Well, no, don't throw those guys away because they were outstanding at what they did. And
it was just a different
didn't allow
position.
them
Fair.
And so tight end is – because Alan brought it. Like the tight end to the level of Gronk is what? The last 15, 20 years?
I'd say about, yeah.
Yeah, and Novacek retired in the mid-'90s.
Right.
His last year was 95. And he was a very nice player. I just thought at the time when we were having the conversation,
you could have said a lot of other names.
But it was the reason it was a strange pull is because it was one that affected Don personally. He has those moments of when Novacek killed him, and those people stick in your craw in a different way.
And you think they're better than they really were, because they looked like world beaters against you.
Gronk was that guy and did it to me. I mean, I remember a Patriots-Redskins game. I swear to God, I remember a play where it might have been Fred Smoot. He just dragged him down the field. Smoot was just hanging on to the back of his leg as Gronk's just pulling an entire safety or cornerback. So, but I understand the point.
I think of Algie Crumpler. And I think of like what four guys are like hanging on him, and he's just dragging him down the field for 3 more yards.
Did you just say Algie Crumpler?
I think I did. Yeah, that's a strange pull. It's a strange pull.
I'm just saying, you ask Giant fans of my age. Because listen, I was being a dad guy, not dad joke, but like that time where your dad wants to show you a lesson, so he kind of goes to something that he's passionate about. And I've always been I always thought he was way underrated as a player, and I just couldn't stand him as a Giant fan. But I'd love to hear from a 50-ish Cowboy fan on whether they support me or not.
Oh no, I'm sure that. Well,
I like what you. I think this could be a great segment. It's a good,
strange pull. Strange pull could be
Stranger pulls.
Stranger pulls.
I love the music.
Excuse me.
What
It's been a day.
Yeah. The only reason it's on his mind is because he just did it.
That's not strange. Now
that would be strange.
You said you wanted to hear from a Cowboys fan. Well, we do have Heather Babbles, who's a Cowboys fan. Hey, Heather.
Okay. But she's too young to remember.
No, she's calling about CD and George Pickens.
Right.
What's up, Heather?
What's up, guys? So listen,
in professional sports, it ultimately comes down to wins and losses and the almighty dollar. So do you think Jerry Jones is going to have his new coach bench 2 of his best receivers as like a sign of discipline? No. So he probably said, sit him for a few minutes, and that was that.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happened. And they won the game.
Based on, yep, and they definitely need a W. Now, Peter, don't hang up on me because I am a Cowboys fan.
I will not hang up on you.
Okay, good. And I won't reveal my age, but I'm waiting for I'm sitting in my driveway now. I've been home for like 25 minutes, and I hear Don talking and everything. But I was just kind of thinking, and I heard Damien say too, like talent gives you a long leash. And this is maybe not directly related, but indirectly. So if you think of like a high school kid that's on a football team, maybe he tries really hard. He goes to every practice. He's got a little bit of talent, but he has a great attitude. But I don't care if you have a kid who's on the team that has a bad attitude or maybe not so great an attitude, but he's talented. Who do you think gets the most playing time? Because the coach wants the W.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Good to talk to you guys.
There she
Happy
is.
Thanksgiving.
Did you stay in the car in the driveway all this time?
I did. I texted my husband, and I said, come out and get the food. I'm on hold. And my husband called me a stalker.
Wow. Well, he's not wrong.
We love you,
but you
Heather.
know what? We do appreciate it, and I love the fact that you stayed on
I
hold.
love that today she brought it. She put the babbles in Heather Babbles today.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, what she was doing when she was in the driveway, she was sitting in a Mazda. She got a Ramsey Mazda. It's the selection. It's their customer
I was going to say,
service.
hopefully her husband was getting a strange point.
It's their savings during the More to Move You sales event. A new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970.
Sure.
I thought Don glitched out.
For sales.
I thought Don glitched
VIN
out.
S0754.
Thought we lost him.
He dropped again.
7-Eleven MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25. Just around the corner, guys.
All right.
You know what else is just around the corner?
What's that?
I don't know.
ENN.
Yeah.
What
the
F? All right. Let's go to Steven in Melville. What's up, Steven?
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Wait. I got really low, the volume.
No, you're good. You got it.
I wanted. Yeah, the last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants because every once in a while when I call, sometimes I could totally run at the mouth, but other times I was in the middle of doing something. I was really concentrating, and all of a sudden you're like, Steven in Melville, and I was
Okay. We were taking you
gathering
literally. All right. So the thing you were in the middle of was not actually pooping in your pants. You were
That's what I thought you were
myself. No, yes.
Yeah,
No.
just clarifying that. Good. Okay.
right.
Now we can move on.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. So I gotta. I want to kind of not bash Don, but go at Don and prop him up. Now he brought up Jay Novacek.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wow, and Joe Montana.
Right.
Also earlier. I was scared. I'm a Giants fan, and I was scared, and I want to use the word again.
Yeah.
But he made me poop in my pants.
Well, he did usually get
This seems to happen a lot.
Yeah, it happens a lot with me.
separate issue.
I was terrified of that man, and I think he's one of the greatest of. No, okay, forget that. Forget that. Let's talk about who's the most scariest competitor. I could not enjoy Michael Jordan's career as a Knicks fan because I just hated him, and I couldn't enjoy it.
This segment
just on the high, man.
brought to you by Depends.
We're gonna let
Depends.
We're gonna let you get.
You're
we're gonna let
perpetually scared.
We're gonna let you get back to pooping in your
stories
pants.
have a happy ending?
In your pants.
The reason I know he's high is because you get paranoid, and he'd rather let people think he pooped himself than the fact that he was high.
This is becoming an all-time show for me. I honestly
when
think
you're
it's
trying
becoming
to
an
prove you're
all-time
high, you can't have that call.
Oh.
No, that was That was his way. I can't believe that was his way to improve it. And then he's like, because Joe Montana used to be, and you know what?
I'm going to say it
Michael
again.
Jordan. And
Okay, boys.
He couldn't finish a sentence.
Oh,
Poor
boy.
man.
That was great.
It was all racing in his head.
I showed up today. I didn't know what to expect, and what I've gotten is the most fun 3 hours I've had all
And
week.
the open that we had in mind.
Oh, no,
it was fine. But that's good for like basic radio.
And we might use it tomorrow. Who the hell knows?
We could. It's evergreen.
But this has been great. All right, ENN is next. I promise we got a whole lot of calls, but we have a full frontal vehicle.
Stay on, people, because if you can do better than some of the calls we've gotten today, then this is going to be an epic show.
So 6:30, we'll get back to the calls, but ENN is next right here.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of the night. We're going to start off in Jersey. Stay away from Route 3 westbound. 2 separate crashes in Clifton, one by 21, the other by the Garden State Parkway. Traffic is pretty much at a standstill from the Turnpike Eastern Spur on through. Inbound George, about 15 to 20 for the upper deck. Lower level, about a 5 to 10 minute ride. All of your approaches to the outbound side are awful. Deegan southbound, some solid slowdowns from the Mosholu on down. West Side Highway northbound, a broken down school bus in the right lane by the water treatment plant. Jam there heading into the 140s from the 79th Street Boat Basin. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Hullingen, Arnia 30 to 40. Slow crawl on the outbound Gowanus in Brooklyn over by the Prospect. Broken down tractor trailer in the center lane. Add that to the volume. Delays go back to Queens Boulevard in Queens. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-471-9773. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-471-9773. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-471-9773. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-471-9773. That's 800-471-9773.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN special report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports.
Do what you want. It's ENN.
Wait. No, I'm okay.
Wait.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Welcome everyone to ENN.
I need more energy than that.
You ever watch YouTube?
Ray Rowe. Welcome.
Come on.
Welcome to ENN.
Damn.
I'd like to start off by saying good evening to Don.
And if you take a look at the Halloween decorations, very similar. They're very, very fall-like.
Yeah. Oh no. If you missed this live earlier, I'm sorry. Just we will post the entire show again, and you need to watch it because to see it is really what.
To see Don do a rant to no one except himself.
The silent scream.
No, it's unreal.
Yeah.
Let me say good evening to Don.
You know what? I'm going to go by Dick.
He did say that though.
But you know that was
context is everything.
Is everything.
But you did say it. That is a quote directly from you.
I asked him last night what his plans were.
You did. You know what? I'm going to go by Dick.
Not expecting that as one of the options, but hopefully it went well.
You guys are so. You know exactly what I meant there.
Suggested something else. All right,
you could have been by Richard or
No.
Rich.
No.
Richard
But he
Manhattan.
decided.
Hi, Richard. Good evening. Good evening to Alan.
No, he's still got a lot of tire left on that tread.
Oh, sure.
What a great moment.
Good evening to myself. You get an email confirmation. Shut up! Good evening to Cheech and Chong.
Good morning, class.
That's what you sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Good evening to Jalen Brunson.
It was ugly, but damn.
No, he glitched.
A little glitch out.
You know why?
Jailed
Wasn't
him.
me interviewing him.
Got nervous.
Mm-hmm.
It was ugly, but damn.
Good evening to Stephen in Melville.
The last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants.
Again, he did say that.
How bad?
That's not
do you
AI.
want people to know you weren't high?
Yeah. He wanted to make sure.
I know.
It's like C.D. Lamb.
I cannot.
I did not throw up. Were you drunk? I did not throw up.
Yeah, I can hold my liquor.
I can hold my liquor.
The last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants.
I don't know what to say.
This is our listeners. This is what we have. These are our people.
He pooped in his pants when he saw Joe Montana. He pooped in his pants when he saw Michael Jordan. You know what? Get an exam.
Get an exam. Apparently has no control.
Right.
How often are you pooping, sir? You're a grown man.
But I hope all these people come to see us at the holiday party.
Oh, me too.
Like I like because to put a face with all these voices and afflictions would be really special.
I'm glad you brought up the holiday party because it is happening.
Sure.
K-Show's there. We're there, which means there'll definitely be some crossover. You know, we'll get there. K will be, desperate for a reunion. We'll jump on. We'll have a good time together. I'm sure we'll hang out for a bit. And it's all at your mother's house in Garden City Park, Long Island, Friday, December 12th. And we're collecting unwrapped toy donations to benefit Garden of Dreams. Kicks off at 1 when the K-Show starts, December 12th, at your mother's house. Brought to you by Amazon Pickup.
Hey, buddy, hey.
Spiked Aid.
I wonder.
And Security Dodge.
Stop capping. What does capping mean?
That was a while ago.
It was.
I'll kill that bird. You want to bite the head off? Sure.
Now, can you remember what he was talking about then?
Was it biting the head off?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think it was. I think it was something
There's a
around.
bird now loose. There's a bird loose.
I
in the
remember
mall.
this.
That one. No, the bird loose in the mall. I remember. It was Michael calling it like it was at a game, but it was a bird at Mall of America.
Yes.
Which isn't that surprising because it's basically an airport. Like when you see a bird in the airport, it's not. There's a bird loose, as if
Somebody
people were
let
like
it out of a
chasing.
cage?
Right, people were chasing after the bird to get it back.
You freak.
But I think I think that I'll bite you. Want me to bite the head off? Sure. I think it was about like Dom, like a player, like who's just like some idiot player who just run through a wall for the coach. I feel like it was something related to that.
Something along those lines, yeah. But the capping, like that. There was a time he didn't know what capping meant.
Well, no, of course. There was a time.
That's a poo-poo take.
That was probably 3 years ago, and he's probably reading a quote where it included capping, and then he immediately breaks the quote and goes, "What does capping mean?"
And now he's probably using it.
I can't see him.
That's cap.
You think he's saying that? You think he's dropping cap?
No.
Maybe did a kids.
What is FOD?
Well, guys, the Los Angeles Lakers are reorganizing their basketball operations department.
Reorg.
And they fired Joey and Jesse Buss.
Wow.
I mean, Joey and Jesse Buss, it's like Randy and Jackie. Like, respectfully. But, like, you got Michael. You got Janet. All right? You got Jermaine, who in his own right, a big deal.
He had a day. Yeah.
LaToya,
her own way.
In her own way,
found some fame.
but was famous.
Yeah.
Jackie, respectfully, I'm not saying he wasn't talented and great, but like people don't think of him the same way. Randy is now like Janet's manager, and he's like weird.
Randy was like the muscle. Like he took care of everybody.
Right, but he wasn't the same.
No, he wasn't one of the stars. But
Joey and Jesse Buss.
Yeah.
By the way, not only are they Laker ownership, they take it so seriously. They were also characters on Saved by the Bell.
It does sound like that, doesn't it?
Joey and Jesse.
Yeah.
So anyways, they've been fired from their front office positions.
By who?
Effectively, immediately.
Who fired them?
I think that would be their sister.
Jeannie.
I think that's their sister
exactly who fired
pulled
them.
the trigger on that.
Yeah.
The Lakers also dismissed much of their scouting department. They were like, who scouted Bronny James?
Oh, boy.
Time to get him out of here. Anyways, when reached for comment, a Lakers spokesperson confirmed the team had moved on from Joey and Jesse and had no further statement. What level of like support do you think you still have for the? Like, it's still your team, right?
What do you mean?
Like if you're the Busses, it's your whole life, right?
Right.
That
you
still
root against them now?
Yeah, like you love them, right? I mean, you
You
still
go work for the Clippers.
I mean, yeah, you're still going to games, right? You're still a part of it.
Well, I mean, I think they do have ownership, a piece of ownership.
Right.
So they still will have that access, but it is kind of embarrassing. They have had this feud for years. You remember, too, like there was her other brother, Jim, was in ownership, and she moved him out.
They like the Jays, don't they?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I guess it's all Jays, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Joey, Jesse, Jeannie, Jim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jerry.
Well, he was Jerry Boss.
So Jerry did it. Jerry just named all the kids Jays.
Yeah.
Like it's one notch removed from George Foreman, who named all the kids George.
Right.
But it's not.
It's that
insane.
but still, like she is really. This is a full power play now because the dad did leave the team to the family, and she has emerged as the leader, the undisputed leader, and now she's.
What's her title again?
Well, remember the ownership is sold.
Right.
But she is still, I think she's still a governor or alternate governor, right? Yeah.
So what does that mean? That means she
goes to the meetings. She represents the team at all the ownership meetings. She still has a lot of say and power within the organization.
But because of the piece that they still own, or it's also that everyone.
Well, that was part of the sale. The part of the sale was she stayed in charge.
Got it.
You know, it's like what Mark Cuban was supposed to have, but then didn't, and now has back.
Now, will one of these kids convince her? Listen, I'll retake all of grammar school, and then if I graduate, you'll give me a piece of the team, kind of like Billy Madison.
You're sensing a Billy Madison situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
you think it's like
there's
that?
something I can do here. I thought at the time.
It is a very interesting story that involves that family that, like, there's so many legends about it, but you don't know what's true and what's just become a legend.
Are they teetering now, Alan? Like
teetering?
The whole, to where it's just after LeBron's gone, which is going to be.
Well, they have Luka,
but then that's the thing.
Yeah, but
that
Luka trade is almost like put life back into a franchise that really would have been dead without LeBron. And they were dead before LeBron.
And by the way, they're
11-4
right now too.
They were a lost, wayward franchise before LeBron decided I want to go play in L.A.
Oh, that's true.
And then he went there, and then he kind of revived everything, and then LeBron was starting to get old, and it's like, okay, if LeBron leaves, now what? They're going to have to start over again. And then they get the Luka trade. It's like they just keep like you talk about a franchise, horseshoe up.
Yeah.
You know, like just it's unreal the amount of luck that they have had and fortune.
But post LeBron, I mean, they're not winning with LeBron. So like post LeBron,
hold on. They won the summer league.
Let's slow down here for a second, Donnie.
Oh, yeah, he's right. And
they won in 2020. Yeah. They now have the best offensive player in the league.
Yeah.
LeBron just came back.
Yep.
They played well without LeBron.
Very well.
I guess the answer is no then.
Yeah, I don't think they're close.
Okay.
I think after LeBron moves on,
it's Luka's team, and
they'll retool around
Luka. They'll
Luka.
build accordingly. Yeah, and they actually are building accordingly around.
And they did win a cup too, right?
Oh, that's big. Yeah, the NBA Cup.
They do have Austin Reeves as well. They're a good team.
No, he's very good.
There's something there. Now, let's move on to the foosball for a moment. Jalen Hurts, speaking on any concerns about reportedly players being frustrated in the locker room?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by anything. I mean, this is kind of the nature of the position, like I said. But, I put my energy and I put my focus on trying to go out there and do my best and trying to learn, trying to build, trying to take in the things that I can to improve. And so, I've said this before about winning and success and all those things. Like, that doesn't do you anything in the present. It's only an experience that you can lean on as you go forward. And so, you lean on all those successes. You lean on all the trials. You lean on all the different things that you've experienced. You use them. Ultimately, it's about how you navigate what's in front of you and how you respond to these things.
He's a thoughtful guy. You can tell.
Yeah.
But as a reporter sitting there trying to
here we go.
Transcribe, you're going just.
Yeah, I'd rather talk to Aaron Glenn.
Can you answer the question?
Yeah. Yell it. Do something.
Just tell me. Just say because I want to. Yeah. Now, can I say this though? I believe. Let me ask Aaron Glenn a question.
That's rich.
Exactly. Now, I will say this though. You know what I think the Eagles are, guys?
What's that?
That you're gonna I may walk out. I may drop the mic and walk out after this and go home early. The Eagles at this point are a couple who are really fine. They just fight to keep things spicy. They just want the sex to be good. So because let's be honest, all they do is win.
Yeah,
every year. There's trouble in paradise.
Right.
Win.
Well, wait a minute. 2 years ago there was though. Things were really bad, and then they got
now
it back on track.
Now everything's good. Now you'll pretend to be a chambermaid.
Right. Dress up for me. Let's get into an argument. We'll get into an argument. We'll make up later. It'll be
AJ, you stumble in. I'm in the shower. You stumble in, think I'm not there, and we'll do that.
So AJ Brown is sort of that. He's the character.
Yeah,
he's cosplay.
He's doing the cosplay.
Yeah, okay.
And then they all, oh, this is so great, and then they win a championship.
Right,
yeah.
Right. It's going too well here. Somebody, just throw a grenade in the room.
We're bored.
AJ Brown's like, oh, please.
And it adds spice to the Super Bowl speech after you get the trophy. Like nobody thought we can do it. We had all this drama.
Right.
But guess what?
We
did it again.
We were
nobody
denied.
wanted us to win.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Let's see. Texans running back Joe Mixon not expected to return this season because of a foot injury. Joe Mixon's one of those guys who, if you told me
he's still in the league,
exactly. If you said Joe Mixon actually retired 3 years ago, oh, you did?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, like if you were a fantasy player, maybe you were dumb enough to say, oh.
But I feel so bad. I only think of him being injured, going all the way back to college,
and as a Bengal.
Yeah,
I don't like when he went on to the Texans. I totally forgot about that.
But he's out for the year. Let's see. Get ready. One of Allen's guys, number 3 on the Allen rotation of Shedeur Sanders, Drake May, and Matthew Schaefer. He's played his way into the Canadian Olympic consideration.
Protect the child.
The Islanders confirmed that Schaefer, 18, has made Team Canada's long list for the Winter Games next February. He's entered the IOC's drug testing protocol for Olympic eligibility.
How many players is that long list?
About 600.
It's a great honor, though. And there's no denying watching him play that he's one of the top defensemen in the NHL. That's not hyperbole. He literally is.
Pretty incredible.
But what an honor that would be if they do decide to select him. At that age, tremendous.
And he played goalie.
Used to play goalie.
Because they can use a goalie.
You need a goalie is what he's saying. Can he play goalie? I'm still going to root against him, though, if he's putting on the Canadian jersey.
Oh.
Sorry.
Don's rooting for him. He'd like being Canadian.
Don's out, by the way.
He did again?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, he's got a game to do.
You know what? I'm going to go by Dick.
He never says goodbye.
It's his thing.
I don't understand it.
He actually just turned off the camera.
He just turned off the camera?
It just went black. I should probably get rid of time.
He can't even just... All right, I want to know from the listeners, never mind us, because we're getting used to him, the Irish exit, right? We're used to this. But do you, as a listener, almost feel like...
Yeah, a little rude.
Like, hey,
could he say goodbye?
How about just saying thank you for listening, and, I got to go, guys. I got a game to do.
And I'm going to say this about Jalen Hurts, though, just because what we just played popped up on the TV here.
Yep.
It's a hell of a goatee on that guy.
Looks painted.
It looks painted. It
Very
is a
painted.
thick,
yeah.
legitimately strong goatee on this man.
Yeah.
All right, back to the foosball for a second. Speaking of injuries, we were just talking about Joe Mixon. Josh Jacobs was banged up at MetLife Stadium. Where does the MetLife turf rank for you, Josh?
Definitely the worst. It's always been the worst. I know if I ever play there again, I would never talk about it because I talked about it all week how bad it was, and it bit me now. So, yeah.
Everyone says the same thing, man.
Everybody laughs, though, right? Oh, it's funny. It's not funny.
It's real. It's
not funny.
Bad. It's actually legitimately bad. It's a problem. Not going to help you get players. Not going to help your players stay healthy.
It gives you a bad reputation. It's negative connotation. It's all the things you don't want as a franchise, and yet we just go blindly like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Not an issue.
Oh, yeah, we got our new quarterback. You know, the guy, he likes to run. Fill the piss and vinegar.
Yeah, that'll work.
Running all over the place, taking hits. No big deal. Just a tough – it's like playing on a basketball court.
Yeah.
An outdoor basketball court.
We have an athletic quarterback who's going to run a lot on a turf that takes your ACL and it pins it to the wall like a pelt. And we're fine with that. Because we know it's coming, right? You know it's coming.
But guys, it's only – let me be fair. The field is only used 16 or 17 times a year.
Fair point.
It's only both teams playing there.
Right.
That's rich.
So, besides that, all right, guys, Hall of Famer, one of the true GOATs, Randy Johnson, will have his number 51 retired by
Ambassador Johnson?
The Mariners during a pregame ceremony on May 2nd, according to the club.
Who are they playing?
In June, the Mariners said that 51 would become the fifth number retired by the franchise, including, you know the other players. You can name them all.
Griffey,
right?
Edgar.
Yep.
How many are there? You said?
Well, one of them's Jackie Robinson's 42.
Well,
doesn't count.
That's 3. So how many are so far? He's the 5th.
Yep. So there's one more.
So I'm missing one more.
One more. It's you know it. It's right there for you.
It's right there for me.
Yeah, Griffey,
Jay Buhner,
Edgar. You traded Jay Buhner.
That's rich.
I don't know if Rich Samini knows, but you know. Right there.
Just do it because I'm
Ichiro.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. It's embarrassing to you and your family.
Everybody. I'd feel shame.
It's embarrassing to your family.
Me and my family.
10 seasons with the Mariners, the big unit.
You know what? I'm going to go by Dick.
130 and 74, 3.42 ERA. And of course, killed that bird. You want me to bite the head off that bird? Maybe that was what it was about.
What?
The Michael K. Bird drop. Maybe it was a Randy Johnson drop.
Randy Johnson?
He could go choke on it.
I'll kill that bird. You want me to bite the head off? Sure. That'll do it for ENN, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
That's rich.
Yeah. Don is gone, but we are not. We're until 7 o'clock. Every line is jammed, but we're going to keep filling these lines till we're done. Till we're done at 1-800-919-3776. It's Hahn and Rosenberg on DHR.
The last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants.
Carnesecca Arena. Coverage begins at 6:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
This whole idea that Joe Shane is just safe and you have nothing to worry about is apparently not true. He's going to do the due diligence. All right, here's a folder on him and a folder on him and a folder on him. They will determine who they want based off of his information. He is hardly safe. Not that he won't be back, but it's not a slam dunk that he will be back.
DiPietro and Rothenberg, morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., 1 lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is the Michael K. Show.
The Giants are kind of like the Wild Wild West. How is it possible for rookies to be running this wild? When you see teams that are bad, there's a reason they're bad. There's something wrong in the building. And with the Giants, there's something wrong in the building. There's got to be some level of discipline. There just has to be. How could there not be? You let Cam Scatterable put himself in harm's way?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Tonight, the 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm host Bucknell at Carnesecca Arena. Coverage begins at 6:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
So we've had 3.5 hours, but 3 of those hours loaded with not only our own just frivolity, but calls that have been, I mean, we're talking about epic just moments.
And people have brought it.
People have brought it.
Whether they meant to or not.
Oh, no. I think people brought it without realizing they were bringing it.
Yeah.
But it's been brought.
Yeah.
But now we have a full bank of calls.
Yeah.
We have a half hour left of the show.
Oh, yeah, sure.
2 segments. And so let's see if we could take this thing home where we go wall to wall.
Every call.
But everyone's at 100.
All right,
Can we do it?
Let's see. Well, who better to take a big risk on than this guy?
You know what? I'm going to go by Dick.
Richard?
Yeah, hi, fellas. Don, Peter. I'm sorry, fellas. Oh, the Don is gone. It's just Alan and Peter.
That's right. There you go.
All right. I got 3 questions for you. First question, true or false? OKC will not lose another game this year with Holmgren, Hartenstein, and Gilgeous-Alexander each playing 30 or more minutes. True or false?
OKC will not lose another game if they play 30 or more minutes?
Correct, all three of them.
I have no idea.
Like, that's impossible to
say. Well, you think
All right.
You think it's
All
true?
right. All right.
Well, because
second question.
It's a lot of games.
All right. Second question. 3 United States senators, Bradley, Jack Kemp, Jim Bunning. Who had the greatest impact in sports?
Well, that was Jake was in my ear.
Bill Bradley, Jack Kemp. Who's the
and
third
Jim
one?
Bunning. Who had the greatest impact in sports?
I don't know Jim Bunning's career well. It's Bill Bradley, isn't it?
It has to be Bradley. He was a great college player. Won championships.
Jack Kemp wasn't a great player, was he? He was a good player.
He kept the AFL alive. Sure, they won 2 championships.
That's your
quarterback.
answer.
And Jim Bunning, 100 games in each league, All-Star, a Hall of Famer. Okay, last question.
All right.
Third question. Which occurrence in NFL playoff history had a greater impact on the sport? The Immaculate Reception, or 30 years later, the tuck rule game, Brady not throwing the ball or throwing the ball? Which had a greater impact?
That's a good question. Richard, that's actually a pretty good question.
Thank you, Peter.
The tuck rule became like a controversial, like it led to
it changed the game. They changed the rule
and all that stuff. So you would argue that
the Immaculate Reception didn't change anything.
It didn't change anything, and we didn't really see the ball.
Yeah, it's just a huge moment. We don't know what happened.
And if we had high definition, maybe it wasn't a catch.
Right. And the angles that we have, we would know.
You know what I mean? If TV was more advanced, like today, like I've always said, with the technology we have today, with 4K and all the different things that we can do, the angles, there might be plays that happen in the history of sports that were epic, historic plays that might have been reversed with that technology.
Also, where was the Immaculate Reception in the line of championships for the Steelers?
Oh, I can't. I
ask because the tuck rule was so important to the actual Patriot thing even happening.
Mm-hmm.
That Raiders-Pats game, that's the beginning of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, like, that not only affects the rule, it affects the building of that, such a foundational team at this point.
You decided to go there.
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Well, I need to talk to Danny.
All right, let's go to Danny. Danny on Long Island. What's up, Danny?
First of all, I have to admit that I have a bale of hay on the stoop.
Wow.
Back to the 3 o'clock hour.
You do have a bale of hay.
Mrs. Danny Knapp, whatever my short name, has decided to go with a fall decoration instead of Halloween. So you get two holidays for the price of one. The bale, the hair, little pumpkins all around, really cute. They're all coming down this week.
Right? You got the. Do you have like the garland of all like the different colored leaves? You have that?
No, just the hay, just the different colored pumpkins. She loves those gourds that look like that they could be misconstrued as other type objects. I'm not really sure what they are. But I'm raking up the leaves tomorrow. The kids are coming over. The grandkids will be there on Saturday, and we'll be putting the tree up. So they could, because otherwise they wouldn't be around for that. So we're going to do a little early tree just so I could have the grandchildren involved in it.
Perfect.
Secondly, which I'm now shocked at, how dare you even comment on that the Immaculate Reception wasn't real? Of course I am. I'm only kidding, of course. But no, the Steelers lost the following week to the Miami Dolphins en route to their perfect season, I believe. They didn't win the Super Bowl to the following year, and the ball did not ever hit the ground. The controversy was whether the ball had hit Jack Tatum first, because back then you could not catch a pass that was deflected off an offensive player. If it hit the offensive player first, the play was dead.
Gotcha.
They changed the rule now, so as long as the ball doesn't hit the ground, it can hit any ball.
I thought, though, you didn't see the ball, though?
It almost hits the ground.
Like, wasn't the
it almost
camera,
hit the ground,
though?
but it was clear the ball didn't hit the ground. The controversy was whether it hits the other player.
Gotcha, okay.
And whatever. So, but listen, last but not least, Richard, please. First of all, you sounded like you were picking up a 1930, like Alexander Graham Bell was patching the phone call through. I mean, can we get some new technology over there? And then the phone calls, the comparisons, 3 different sports, 3 different eras. Come on, you're better than that. You're better than that, Dick. Let's go. Pick up your game.
I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it. It was a very dick. It was a very dick call.
I don't mind when callers go after each other. I think that's a good thing. That's accountability that we need around here.
Right. That's true.
Let's keep it tight.
Let's keep it tight. Let's go to Subi in Midtown. Hey, Subi.
Hey, guys. Michael K. for the past couple of days has been trashing Trent Grisham, and I wonder if he took into account the human element, especially because Trent Grisham is probably like best friends with Aaron Judge in the clubhouse. And what exactly is Michael K. trying to prove that no one else wanted Trent Grisham? He did good enough to earn a $20 million salary. What's your guys' opinion about?
Well, that was a
his room in the clubhouse.
Okay, so that was a qualifying offer. So that's a standard number. That's not something where it's like you earn that. That was the standard number. So, he had a good year. He didn't have a good playoff. Yes, there are guys who become friends, and that's good for good chemistry in the clubhouse and all that stuff. But I think the point that Michael has been trying to make all week is at a time when you know that there is a tight budget here, even though the budget is still $300 million, and there's other areas of bigger need, including the fact that you really do want to keep Cody Bellinger, that you have young players that are still waiting for an opportunity that you don't know whether or not they're ready for, and a guy like Spencer Jones, who you had to put on the roster so he wouldn't be Rule 5'd. Like, it was a decision that you have to admit was kind of like, what are you doing?
What do you think?
Like, why not instead let him go to free agency and then see what the market value is, and then tell yourself, like, all right, well, we want to keep you, so we'll give you this if they want to keep you. But if he gets a better number, you let him go.
So if
was the question I think that Michael's asking is, was he just that valuable of a player? Was he a top tier center fielder defensively? Anthony?
Not top.
He was fine.
He's fine. He's a guy. But he's not like elite center fielder. He's good. He's fine. So what was it about him that made it like, no, we can't lose this guy. Can't lose him. That, I think, was the point. It's not being negative about the player personally. It's more about the situation that the Yankees are in. That's what I think.
And do you think there's any validity to maybe the clubhouse thing and the Judge thing?
Like in what way?
Well, Judge mentioned both of them in the final press conference, whatever you want to call it, saying
that
I'd love to have both Bellinger and Grisham back.
But that's what Judge would do. You'd want to have guys like that.
He's not saying I don't want anybody back.
Yeah, what is he going to say? He's going to leave somebody out? But Dominguez, by the way, they can let him go. Like, he's never going to do stuff like that.
By the way, Tyler Wade in the Wild at Aaron Judge's MVP celebration? That's bizarre.
Really?
They must be you want to talk about very close.
Very close.
If Judge had the pull, Tyler Wade would be the utility man for the New York Yankees.
Very
He's not anymore.
Close. Yeah. So
that's an interesting point.
So I think that's what that's about. And I think this is all going to play out the deeper we get into free agency because, we're going to see if there's any decisions that they end up making. And think about this. It's him. It's they're still paying LeMahieu, Stanton, and who was the fourth one I mentioned to you, right? There was four players, and they're going to cost $70 million. Now, 70 doesn't sound like a lot until you take it in the context of 300. So it's
almost a third.
Right. It's an owner that is trying to be careful with the budget and making sure that we're spending money wisely, and some of it doesn't look like it's being spent wisely. That's all.
1-800-919-3776. Last call, crew. Any topic on the table for the next 20 minutes. Let's go to David in Astoria. What's up, David?
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Unfortunately, Don's not there because I was going to bring up the Jay Novacek. I'm a lifelong Cowboy fan, and as great as I love Jay Novacek, I mean, he wouldn't, even touch a top 100 list. But the tight end, I think you guys might be missing as far as the transitional from like the blocking tight end, occasional pass catcher to what we have today is Kellen Winslow. I think he was the guy who really transitioned the start of the tight ends that we have today.
Like a wide receiver at tight end kind of talent.
Cool.
That's what
he
was. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was so good.
No, that's one you hear thrown about in the era just before kind of what we're talking about. But Kellen Winslow, let's see, entire career with San Diego. Last year was 87. Man, well, it's a great in 80 and 81. In 1980, Kellen Winslow led the league in receptions with 89. That's pretty interesting. And 9 touchdowns. And then in 81, he had 88 and 10 touchdowns. He had 88 again in 83 and 8 touchdowns. And those are big numbers.
They were still running more.
Yeah.
It's still.
Those are big numbers to this day for a tight end.
Still pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive. Let's go to John, who wants to talk about Jeff Garcia for some reason. Hey, John.
This is random.
All right, so
Stranger
I
poll.
got through twice.
Okay.
So I got through twice in 2 days, and neither time got Don. If Don was here, this would sound less crazy. The Jay Novacek thing, my version of that was Jeff Garcia. He was a mid-player, but he always beat the Giants. For some reason, no matter what team he was on, he went from the 49ers to the Eagles. He would always beat the Giants, and he was the Giants. He was so annoying, but he was never good. He just knew how to beat the Giants. And nobody knows this but me, and it makes me sound insane, but I swear to you I'm sober. It just, like...
Everybody has
bring
that
up
player.
People like,
Yeah.
Everybody has that player.
Everybody has that player. Right. I get it.
Nobody remembers them. Nobody remembers them except for you, and you sound like a psycho when you're like, Jeff Garcia. You shake your fist at this guy.
No, I think. Thank you, John. I think Jeff Garcia. You're not the only person who has memories of Jeff Garcia, having big spots. He had his moments. Trying to see Jeff Garcia's best year.
But of course, when you're bringing up again, stranger pulls,
dude, his 2000 and 2001.
No, he had a minute.
Jeff Garcia in 2000 had 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 10 picks.
Yeah, and what did he run?
Right, and then he ran to, let's see, I don't see his rushing yards.
No, okay.
I'll find him. You give me a moment.
Yeah.
But then in 01, 3,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 picks. So there is that part too that
But
some
how
people
tall was
forget.
he? Because I think that was the issue, right?
And he rushed for 400 in 2000,
Yeah.
rushed for another 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. How tall was he?
Jeff Garcia was 6'1".
Okay. In cleats.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's go to...
Bart Scott used to call those guys micro mini pimps.
That sounds very Bart Scott.
That's very Bart Scott. But that's how he would describe. He wouldn't tell you anybody was small. He would say that. And you knew what he was saying was they weren't very tall. They weren't very big.
Speaking as someone who's not on the tallest end of the spectrum, I don't know if using the words micro and mini in the same description are going to be seen as a positive for anyone.
No.
Let's go to Joe.
But pimp though,
Well, right, he adds.
So
pimp.
at least it means at least you got a little something out.
Today we have a better phrase. We just talk about our short kings.
Short king.
Yeah. Shout out to all the short kings. Joe, what's up?
What's up, guys? First time calling to you guys. I've been trying to get through for a couple times, but first time calling. But first off, just wanted to say, if you ever pulled Richard on and he just said, and the first thing he said is, "I want to go buy dick," I might fall off the chair.
Oh, no, Joe. Oh, no, Joe. You finally got through.
It's his first call, though.
He dropped a bomb.
Yeah. He was a little nervous. It was funny, though.
It was a great... No, he made the point.
YouTube can enjoy it. Those on radio didn't hear it.
Yeah. I feel bad. But he was trying to say was that if Richard ever called up and said...
You know what? I'm going to go buy dick.
Yeah.
Then he would lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a couple of lines open and a few people on hold. We're going to take everybody. So if there's anything you want to get on, all those people who call and say, I can never get through, you have a moment to get in at this second, 1-800-919-3776. We close out with all your calls next on DHR.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-471-9773. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-471-9773. 800-471-9773. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-471-9773 or biglou.com. That's 800-471-9773 or biglou.com.
Hey, it's Michael K. talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
My name's Brian Winhurst, and I've seen a lot of good offense in my life. If you're looking to initiate some offense of your own against your high-interest credit card debt, I'm letting you know a SoFi personal loan might be the play. A SoFi personal loan could be quite the triple threat, with low fixed rates, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. View your rate for a SoFi personal loan at SoFi.com/offense. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/offense. NMLS 696891.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour Apple 5-Hour Energy Shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With zero sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at Sour Apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spike Day, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
All right, well, I'm told
it's a game time.
That it's game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time,
it's Tully time.
It's Tully time. Rangers Avalanche in Colorado. Coverage following Gross at 8:30 right here on 880, if you're among those who listen on 880.
Mm-hmm.
Don's in Florida for Devils Panthers at 7 on the MSG networks. Islanders Red Wings at 7 also on MSG networks.
Road trip's been great.
And coverage of St. John's B-Ball. It's St. John's Bucknell.
Right.
It's right now. It just started, just tipped.
Yeah.
I want to see what the line was.
Our guy Pete Doherty texted me. He's there.
Of course he is.
Then we shouted him out before.
Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Every line full. Who's been waiting the longest? We go to Jay Scott in Daytona. What's up, Jay?
Hey, boys. How's it going?
What's happening?
I tried to get in yesterday. You guys were talking about the irrelevant teams, and you threw out the Jaguars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don was heavy on the Jaguars.
Oh, yeah.
Big.
Well, I wish Don was still here so I could let him know. I mean, how did we not throw in, like, the Cleveland Browns?
Because they've been around for a million years.
And there is even though they stink.
So because they've been
but let me just say this about them. They stink, but people do talk about them. They care. They're sold out constantly.
There's
culture there.
Yeah, it's a losing culture.
There is a lot of culture there. I traveled up there last year for a game.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, it was 13 degrees, and I was sitting in the 400s, and that wind coming off Lake Erie.
Wait, and you're a Jags fan?
And you did that?
Oh yeah.
Wow. You did that for the Jags?
For the Jaguars?
Wait, is this Tony Khan?
Gotta be.
No, this is Jay Khan.
No,
but
it's not a personal shot, though.
So and you guys gave them hell for being an expansion team. So in our 25 years of a franchise, though, we've seen more AFC championship games than the Dallas Cowboys.
Listen, that's why Jay. That's why I fought for you. For the record, it was me mostly up against Don, and then some Allen.
We had to make a choice. We were going through because what we had to do is pick one NFL team. Who is the most irrelevant of all the NFL teams? And it's just,
I said Carolina. I said Panthers. Don said the Super Bowl. He made the fight for the Super Bowl.
I brought up
Cam
the Texans.
The Texans is the winner.
But it's Houston. It's like they do care about them, but it's not the Oilers.
But they're not the Oilers.
The Houston Oilers were there.
So it is the Texans.
And even the Tennessee Titans, as bad as they are now, like it's still, although they are kind of losing ground in Nashville.
They are, by the way, and here's the thing. Why didn't we talk Titans?
Yeah.
So Titans went to a Super Bowl forever ago.
Yep.
Since then,
they've kind of and they had a recency.
They had a Vrabel second.
Yeah.
And now they're fell apart again.
Yep.
And Jacksonville's consistently better than Tennessee.
Yeah, and Tennessee's slipping big in that city too.
That's a fair call.
Used to be very passionate about them. Now, not so much.
Let's go to Vito. What's up, Vito?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Vito?
Hey, so I missed a part of your show. Where did you guys rank Jason Witten? And then also, a quick question. If you're having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, is it crunchy peanut butter or creamy? And if you cut off the crust, you're dead to me.
Yeah, no. First of all, crust stays on. Second of all, crunchy, always.
So you feel very strongly.
Very.
I enjoy either.
First of all, as you know, because you've seen me have them for lunch sometimes, I am a peanut butter and jelly connoisseur.
Well, I enjoy peanut butter and jelly. I'm down with crunchy or smooth, creamy.
Okay.
Says
a lot.
I eat the crust because I'm an adult.
Yeah.
But I will say...
Well, get the right bread, and the crust is actually a delightful part of it.
Well, here's what you have to do, though.
What's that?
You have to make sure, there's certain sandwiches where the crust are just no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Peanut butter and jelly. If you don't get the peanut butter and jelly to the crust, it can feel like a very dry ending to the sandwich. You have to make sure you extend the spread.
Well, that's a you
to
problem.
The end.
You got to make sure you build it the right way.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be like Dave Rothenberg, who had slathered it with half. You can't put half a can.
I don't understand that.
It was. I mean, listen, we all wish we could be animals and put half a jar on, but you can't do that. Let's go to Ed. What's up, Ed? Ed?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy. Hey, how are you?
Yep. Hey, good. Pete, I got to say, I crack up at the ending of the K show every day when he gives the Billy Joel thing from the time that you said, in the words of Billy Joel, Zanzibar, and it just made me crack up.
You did that?
Yeah, I would occasionally just take it and then just say a random song title.
He just said, in the words of Billy Joel, Piano Man.
Yeah, I did that, and then just that was like.
Ed, by the way, we're going to be at your mother's house. You know where it is?
I used to live around the block from your mother's house, right on Jericho Turnpike in Garden City Park.
All right, so you're going to be there
so
when
you're
we're
coming
there?
through, right?
You're coming through, right? Bring the baby.
I'm going to try to. Did you ever go to Lakeville Road and get the candy cigarettes and the whatchamacallit, the Reggie bars?
I know you're talking about. I have not had the opportunity yet, but it's definitely on the list of things to do.
What? It's a throwback candy spot?
Yeah, well, he said we were talking about candy cigarettes one day. Were you not there?
No, I was
there.
Okay. Candy cigarettes.
And he said there's a probably like a candy store on Lakeville Road right off of, I think, the LA. And I was like, I can get there easy, and I just haven't had the chance.
They still sell the oldies, though, you're saying.
I was going to get a pack for Don.
Moose in Jamaica, what's up?
He's Jones.
What's going on, fellas? Good evening. First things first, on the PB&J, the real question is, do you toast the bread or do you don't? I don't think you can go either way depending on your glass of beverage. But also, about the candy store, I used to live in Floral Park, Queens, so that was a hangout spot for high school friends, middle school friends, the Dunkin' Donuts and all that stuff around there, so yeah. But the point of my call is, isn't it depressing, again, to keep it $1 billion? that we are now in Thanksgiving again, and you are having guests.
We said this.
Coming onto your show, talking about, but I went from.
We aren't talking about New York football. Yeah.
Exactly. I went from trying to finish a 2-year degree to finishing it to getting jobs and now finishing my 4-year and now working again and the same thing again. It's like it's just madness.
Your whole life can change, and New York football is the exact same thing.
Think about this: the last time the Jets made the playoffs, I was a sports writer.
And you have been a broadcaster
and I've been
for
a broadcaster longer than I've been a sports writer now.
Wow. That's crazy.
Right?
Let's go to Renee in the Poconos. Hey, Renee.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Love the show. This is just a change of pace question, and it was brought up. I love Don, and I know Don has to do a broadcast and stuff like that, but I agree with you. I mean, if we were at a family and he stepped out without saying anything, tell me, Mom ain't getting mad at that?
Oh, please.
Yeah.
They call him back in the house.
Show some respect.
It's the Irish
Show
goodbye.
some respect.
Yeah, no.
Ray-Ro.
The least he can do is say, guys, I got to go.
Renee, you're right.
Thanks, everyone. It just show a little
Renee,
bit of,
you know what it is?
Not for us, for you.
It's not too much to ask. It's not too much to ask, and it's not a whole paragraph of words. It's just got to go, guys.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And here's why I agree so much, Renee. I love the Irish goodbye at a party, but this is family. You're leaving. It would be like leaving Thanksgiving dinner without saying goodbye. Evan in Bayshore. What's up, Evan?
Hey, question for you. Yeah. I'm someone who hates retirement tours. Coach K did it. They all did it. Peter, I want to know your thoughts on Cena's last one and how you feel about that.
Why? You hate the Cena tour?
I just go out on your back like Flair, like all the greats. Just don't give me this whole entire thing every single week.
I know.
It's like, come on, what are we doing here?
I hear you, Evan, but like every once in a while, there's someone who is so impactful that I think. I mean, first of all, you have to remember they're creating television. Okay, you have an opportunity to make must-see TV every week. You have to do it. Why would you not do it? It's too big a draw. Now, also, you said just go out like Flair. Flair had an incredible retirement storyline. I think it was a better retirement storyline. The Flair retirement storyline was if he loses, his career's over. And he at the time, he's 58. Seemed about 90, but he was 58. He did every week you'd watch and go, oh, my God, what's happening?
It's dramatic.
He has a match with so-and-so. Then it turns out, 3 months later, he has a match at the Royal Rumble versus MVP, who's younger and better. He finds a way to survive until eventually he gets to WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels super kicks Flair. We know, I love you. Thank you, I love you. Ends it all. It was awesome. So I got to tell you, in sports, it can be a little annoying because like there's 82 games and every night they're getting another.
Yeah.
But in wrestling, John Cena's total dates over the last year was like what? It was like 30 total? It was like 30 dates, something like that total, 25, whatever it was. So, no, I've enjoyed it. There have been some misses. There have been some hits. But overall, I think between Survivor Series and Saturday Night's Main Event, we're all going to be very happy. Alan, today was you send this one straight to the Marconi people.
I agree.
This was an all-timer. We love you guys if you were a part of it. It's a day that should live on forever. We got to come up with a name for today's show.
I think Don's still talking on that rant right now.
I'm going
to go by Dick.
See you tomorrow.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be a